Where's my 40 at, man?
Duval County, 904 in this bitch, huh? Put your hands up. Yeah, you feel that bass? Turn it up. It's that dirty South punk rock. Dirty South. Dirty South, yeah. Throw it up. Where you from, nigga? Where you from? Duval. You can get crunk in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Or you can get stomped in the club for a dub and I saw. Shawty, we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Oh, we baby 50 deep. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Man, fuck that nigga. Hold on back, hold on back. Fuck that, fuck that. DJ Dirty Ski. When I reach for the herb, nigga, what's the word? Bitch, nigga better recognize real G down the ride. Dirty South, I'ma rep it till I die. And I ain't even gotta tell her what my name is. I just walk right in like I'm famous. Get out the way, bitch. I'm heading straight to the VIP where I'ma drink everything for free. Damn right. You can get crunk in the club. Roll with your hood, throw it up in the club. Or you can get stomped in the club for a dub and I saw. Shawty, we don't give a fuck, yeah. But you don't want no problem. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problems with me. Oh, we baby 50 deep. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat, bread. When I say whole wheat, y'all say bread. Whole wheat, bread. Whole wheat. Y'all motherfuckers don't want no problems, nigga. Whole wheat bread, bitch, Southside, Duval County. It's that dirty South punk rock shit. Y'all gonna have to try extra hard to get up in this punk shit now, nigga. Y'all niggas don't want no problems, nigga. Shut up. Back the fuck up.
Nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, you know. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants private show for January 2019. It's the first private show of the year.
Private show?
Yes.
Not show privates.
No, not until we make the jump to Vimeo.
Because we have to clear that up when we got Creamsicle on the show.
Well, Creamsicle's...
I was going to say.
Creamsicle's video is not turned on, so...
Yeah, well, a Creamsicle is definitely turned on.
You keep trying to talk Creamsicle into doing weird shit,
Do
too.
I?
Yeah, you're
I
talking
keep
about...
trying to tell him.
I don't think I'm
You're talking about ass spreading and all kinds of shit like that.
I was doing the same thing with Speedy Adams, though, on the recording of
oh my god, that
Guns
was
Over the Bravo.
That was insane. We just watched one of Egghead's dad's movies with Egghead watching it with us in character.
Yeah.
Egghead in character as Speedy
with
Adams.
the stupid fucking neckerchief and cowboy
and
hat.
he did this weird like accent the whole time.
Oh, he tried
but we kept tricking him into breaking character, and then he got slapped
by egg
tits.
Holy shit.
It was great.
I wish Egg Tits would slap the fuck out of me. Holy hell.
She beat
was
the fuck,
a cutie if I remember.
She beat the fuck out of him with a spatula.
Even better.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted titty twisters, but that never happened.
Yeah, that's next time.
I can't really understand whose titties I want to see get twisted more, his or hers.
Egg tits
goddamn,
versus...
both sound like a nice time.
Oh my god.
That's creepy.
Listen, are you telling me you wouldn't want to see Egg Tits titties all twisted and red and shit? Like, those things were the size of goddamn soccer balls, okay?
Oh god, I don't know. I don't know. I tried to forget. I'm not into it. I'm not into it.
I do like giant boobs, but only like really nice ones, right? I don't know if she's got the nice ones, does she? I guess I have to see.
Let's. I'm changing the she
I want to see egg tits.
Let's watch
because,
this.
dude,
Happy...
I remember I was in the Egghead server and I was trying to like slide in her DMs because she played World of Warcraft. So I was like,
that's what Creamsicle's attracted to.
Furry
Girls that play
hate
World
inbound.
of Warcraft.
Ardrich giving us some furry hate.
Uh-oh.
oh, hey, Ard.
Let's all be happy and watch this Happy Hitler video of Hitler having a good time at the Olympics. Come on, everybody.
Hooray!
Oh, yes.
Or can you whistle the
I can't wait
Globetrotter?
to go home. What?
Can you whistle the Globetrotter over this?
Look at what he's doing with his hands. He's like He's like
Michael J. Fox was Hitler.
This one's really fucking excited.
Let him go. Yep. Oh, this is my favorite event. Look at his hand. Look at his fingers. A lot of people say he was on meth. Some people say he had Parkinson's. But yeah, it could have been meth.
I was gonna say he just had a lot of health issues in general. Like near the end of his life, he was kind of fucked up.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
pretty sure they gave Nazi soldiers meth.
They probably did because meth also helps you like disassociate from morals.
It helps you focus. It helps like energy.
Yeah,
there's a whole bunch of shit.
And it'll make you do shit that you normally wouldn't do.
True. I mean, a lot of drugs will do that though. Alcohol makes you do that too. So
yeah,
that's actually what they did. Was they also passed out a lot of alcohol at the concentration camps to keep everybody liquored up and shit.
Jesus.
Yeah. This fucked me.
Hey, I queued this up again because I love this so much too, even though we watched it already.
Do you love black people?
Not like I don't love any group of people because like I don't love white people or black people. There are people that I like and there are people that I don't like.
Do you love black people?
You love black people.
I don't understand I don't love like groups of people that look a certain way. No.
Do you love black people?
I don't love groups of people that look a certain way.
I asked you about black people. Do you love black people?
Like a particular black person or certain types of black people?
Do you love black people?
Sure, I love black people.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow. I tell you.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Just watching the Dick Show and he was talking about how he just tries to use fucking weasel words like all the fucking time. He was talking about destiny. And this just fucking exemplifies it so hard. He tries to just back out of the fucking question like 9 times. I swear to God, if you get outsmarted by Jesse Lee Peterson, buddy. Oh my God.
It's the worst too because like there is no smarts here with Jesse Lee Peterson. It is all brute retard logic. He just keeps asking, "Do you like black people? Do you like black people?" There's no other realm.
He's a retard.
I love black people though.
The Lee in Jesse Lee Peterson is short for completely retarded. Fact.
I almost want to do an experiment. I want to put this here, and really quick, I want to create a new playlist really quick, and I want to put this here. Oh shit! Do I need to? Okay, I need to find this really quick. Because I think this will be the greatest video ever if we just work it this way. So here we go. So we'll get this going, and then we will play this.
Do you love black people?
Not like I don't love any group of people because like I don't love white people or black people. There are people that I like and there are people that I don't like.
Do you love black people?
I don't understand I don't love like groups of people that look a certain way. No.
He's just Do you love black people?
I don't love groups of people that look a certain way.
So like not putting.
I asked you about black people. Do you love black people?
Like a particular black person or certain types of black people?
Do you love black people?
Sure, I love black people.
Wow.
Amazing.
I tell you.
I love his reaction. Wow. Wow.
It's that Owen Wilson like wow.
Wow. He loved black people. Wow.
I think making that the video to this audio, classic. Instant classic.
Damn it. There's a reason why we can't put Rocking Hitler and and Jesse Lee Peterson's inquisitive line of questioning together on the main show. This is a private show only thing.
I know.
Put that together on the main show. Patreon Gorn.
My God.
Sargon tried to do this on his show.
No, he didn't.
He didn't?
No.
Oh.
God, you're dumb.
Because I thought that's why Sargon got gone, because he put Jesse Lee Peterson over Hitler. Is that not it?
No, that's not what he did.
Oh.
But I can't tell you what he said, because then I will have said it, you fucking loon.
You fucking loon. No.
He called somebody a neighbor.
Yeah.
That Hitler video is so crazy.
It's ridiculous. Why does that exist? And
I just think it's crazy how they like decided to publish that video. Or maybe it wasn't public until after the Nazi regime fell. I don't know.
you probably found that somewhere, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is the Hitler Spurg tapes that got cut."
There's more too. I've seen other ones.
Oh man.
And his like hand won't stop. It'll just keep going.
Well, that makes sense though that so many beta cuck fucking loser males follow him because of they're all Spurging too. No offense if you're a Nazi watching right now. I didn't mean to just offend you in your entire way of life, but
I've always wondered, why is that girl fanning herself?
DP Action News.
All right, so
I guess Kino is offended. I'm sorry, Kino. I'm sorry that you're a Spurg Nazi. It's okay.
what the hell? Oh shit. Hello? Did we lose you?
Yeah, I had a bit of audio lag.
Oh shit.
Audio
yeah,
lag?
sorry. Yeah, sorry about that one, boys.
It's all right.
I'm the furry. I'm ruining the podcast. I'm destroying the podcast from the inside.
It's all right, furry.
So, woman allegedly attacks employees at Galleria Food Court in Houston. I guess that one's not working. I'll play this other one then, while I try to get that one back.
Look at some of the language before this happened about what the word cave really means. Early this month, Senator Lindsey Graham had a warning about what it would mean for Trump if he gave in on his demand for a border wall.
If he gives in now, that's the end of 2019 in terms of him being an effective president. That's probably the end of his presidency.
Well, some headlines in conservative media today bolstered that point. Breitbart wrote, quote, government open and border, no wall. Still no SOTU. Anyway, while the Washington Examiner, which is a conservative paper, said Trump blinks. One former Trump administration official, by the way, told NBC News the move was a, quote, total cave unless he calls national security emergency when he doesn't get the wall fully funded. Congressman, I have to ask you about this because at the end of this 3-week sort of call.
So now Trump's getting shit?
Well, because he literally didn't get anything out of this shutdown. He's given up on the shutdown.
Back open?
Well,
Holy
they're
shit.
opening
Oh,
it,
it
right?
will be soon. It will be soon.
Yeah. And
God, I'm so fucking out of touch.
well, it's kind of a new.
I mean, this just happened.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude.
So, yeah, Trump is getting nothing. It's the same deal he could have agreed to like a month ago.
Yeah, 34 days ago, he got
Yeah.
offered the same deal. And he's agreeing to it now, saying that if they don't work something out, because they're going to talk about it now. He's just no longer using the shutdown as a leverage tool. They're going to talk about it, and if they don't work something out by the 15th of February, he's going to file for emergency status of the wall and make the wall be like a Hurricane Katrina situation.
Which is fucking laughable because it's not the same situation at all.
Yeah.
Man. Can you just hear his approval ratings already just...
I don't know.
Well, his
We'll
approval
see.
ratings have already been tanking because of the government shutdown. Even the people who were staunchly
No, I'm
supporting
talking...
him.
I'm talking...
Okay, if you haven't seen
I'm
this,
talking
Oh,
about
shit.
among
Yeah, this happened.
Republicans.
Yeah, among the Republicans, his base that have been supporting him because of the shutdown, they're starting to fall away. That's why he's caving right now because he's losing
but
the
a lot of-
base.
Even then, I would say he's still caving even harder because a lot of people were ride or die about the wall. Like
Yeah.
they were
And
because
he's
they were
losing
behind
those,
Trump because
he's losing those people
Yeah,
because
now-
of the shutdown.
yeah, man. And now that he said, okay, no wall, but reopen the government.
He's not saying no wall though. He's saying we're going to reopen the government. We're going to let people work, and we're going to talk. And if and he's putting another instead of an ultimatum, he's now putting a deadline and saying if we don't figure something out by the 15th, then emergency funds. It's his way of saying I'm not going to lose. I'm just going to fight a different battle. Because this is all about arguing and semantics. So he can't take an L because he's a fucking white male. White men can't lose. I'm sorry. It's our privilege.
He's an egomaniac, not a white male.
Well, the same thing.
No, it's not.
I feel I'm an egomaniac too.
Cooling off period, like we used to say in labor issues, 3 weeks of cooling off. If the president goes on television from the Oval Office and gives one of these John F. Kennedy kind of things, this is a national emergency. We have to secure the wall. I'm doing it with funds from available funds from the Defense Department. What would the Congress do?
Look, the
Can you
emperor
stop him?
at that point won't have any clothes because of the negotiations between Democrats, Republicans, House, and Senate. Put something on his desk. Then if he tries to go against all his Republican senators, I think what was significant yesterday, if you look at the Senate vote, where 6 Republicans voted with Democrats. In fact, the Democratic alternative had more votes than Republicans. That showed him that he's losing all of the senators.
Do you think Mitch McConnell, who has been obdurate in defending Trump, would let his Republican conferees agree to a compromise on border security that didn't include a physical barrier?
Mitch McConnell is in trouble, too, because you understand the behind-the-scenes meeting there from his members who are up for election in 2020. They're trying to protect their own, you know what.
And the national emergency threat, it may be one that doesn't have much in the way of teeth. The White House looked into this a few weeks ago, seriously considered it, and sort of backed away, in part because they don't feel like they're going to get much support from Republicans on this. They're afraid Republicans on the Hill are not going to be willing to give up that sort of power to the executive branch. And moreover, they're afraid of setting a precedent for some future Democrat president to come in and declare a national emergency for some sort of liberal cause.
As a reporter, can you identify who gets credit for this deal, tonight's deal?
I mean, Mitch McConnell's reemergence is what broke this. And it's because he engaged in the process, the White House realized they had to move.
Because I can't believe this took this long. Yeah, this does look really bad for Trump. And then everyone will be like, yeah, you're so liberal.
Yeah, man.
2?
This is gonna be
maybe
bad.
4?
I mean, bad? Is it going to be bad? People are getting back to work, right?
Yeah.
This is important. Like, if Trump can take an L, I have more respect for him if he takes the fucking L so people can eat, and then he fucking works on his stupid fucking plan later. The whole temper tantrum thing was just, it's not presidential at all. It's dictator fucking crybaby bullshit.
Dictator.
It's like a tater tot shaped like a penis.
All right, here's that.
Aren't all tater tots shaped like
I think
penises?
I've seen that before.
Here's
Oh no, it was just the size of one.
Here's that story I was trying to play before. Actually, I think it's just a raw video of it. It's like basically someone declined a credit card and this crazy group of people attacked them at a fast food restaurant at a mall, I think.
Yeah. Here you go. Don't come between a woman and her Philly steak. I hope
I'm just waiting for the mall cop to like fucking tackle.
Oh no. Okay, you stopped it.
I hope the wall's a little harder to scale than the Charlie's Philly steak mall counter.
You know what? I don't know why when this shit happens, people just sit back and let them do this shit. I would punch a bitch.
Well, did you see the video? I saw a video. It was a guy defending his daughter because a group of girls were like coming up to his family and fucking with his daughter.
Yeah, I believe I played that video.
Okay, and then the guy just knocks her the fuck out. I was like,
I don't even think it was his daughter, as far as I understand. Yeah,
he was just out there to punch a little kid.
No, he was there to break up the fight, and then the one girl got in his face, and then he leveled her ass.
He pushed her. She flew back. She came back in. He was like, whop.
She was charging him, basically.
Yeah,
he did the bald bull, like, time the punch at the right part. Yeah.
I think a key component to feminism is knowing that a man can knock you the fuck out.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That was nothing. I've seen way worse. How the fuck is this on the... Look at all the people that want to just get it on film and not actually want to be like, fuck you, bitches. Stop trashing everything.
I'm just kind of surprised. Yeah. Well, what are they supposed to do, though? Like, people are fucking scared. They don't want to get in the middle of shit because they'll get attacked. They're all in self-preservation mode. I think that the craziest thing about this video is that these girls, these trashy girls, were ordering Philly cheesesteaks and not a McDonald's dollar menu. It must have been a stolen credit card. Trashy people don't spend money on Philly cheesesteaks.
This guy's trying to steal a bunch of Red Bulls, and the guys that work at the store are trying to stop him.
Off of me. Get off of me.
Damn it. Look at all those Red Bulls.
Get off of me. I'm paying for it. Okay, come. You know what? I'll fuck this. Fuck this, I'm out.
He's like, fuck this, I'm just going to leave. They're like, no, you're not.
Fuck this, I'm out.
Oh my god. The other guy was the one that hit him.
Get over his head.
Yeah. Those things break pretty easily.
God damn, he just fucking smacked the shit.
I'd pick up one of those Red Bull cans and knock him over the head with it.
He's gonna hit his buddy.
I'd crack up if this dude just started eating a fucking cookie or something at the counter.
He just got a snack for the show. He got a little dinner with the fucking show.
I wish the video was longer. I want to see if he got away. For a second there, it looked like he might get away.
Yeah.
I'm so trashy because I watch this shit like all the fucking time. Like I'll pull up like people freaking out on employees at McDonald's just because it's such a catharsis to see somebody just be a total fucking asshole and just see everybody just side against them.
Why do you think I hang out with Onision? It's cathartic.
You don't think he's an asshole.
Oh, I know.
Whereas, like, somebody calling the McDonald's employee a dumb cunt, everybody's like, okay, they don't deserve that. You know what I mean, Billy?
They don't deserve it. Oh, God. Yes! Yes! Let's get the replay on that.
One more time.
Oh, my God.
Did you see them?
Instant karma.
Oh, dude, I haven't seen that. You gotta play one. Oh.
Jesus. Check this out. Check this news report out. It says marijuana on track to be legalized by the end of the year.
Marijuana activists are hoping pot could be legalized nationwide by the end of 2019. A new article in Politico outlines why they are so optimistic. Cannabis reform is already on.
Is Mitch McConnell looking at some weed? Is that what he's doing?
That's actual tumbleweeds, though, right?
Yeah, dude, that is not.
That's a bale of hay.
Yeah.
Track to make significant headway this year. Democrats are now in control of the House, and gubernatorial candidates are campaigning and winning.
He might just have a bird's nest in his hand. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is. No wonder
they're looking at owl pellets.
Yeah, he's anti-marijuana because he's only ever tried to smoke owl pellets. So, yeah, I get bones in my pipe. I don't like it.
On pro-marijuana platforms. James Higdon wrote that Politico article. He joins me now from Louisville, Kentucky. Welcome, James. Great to have you with us. So,
hi, Tanya. Thanks for having me.
So, James, besides the House shifting to Democratic control, what else has happened that could pave the way for marijuana legalization? You say there's also something of the tale of the two guys named Sessions here, right?
Well, sure. So everyone was focused on Attorney General Jeff Sessions and he losing his job the day after the election. But really, it was the Congressman Pete Sessions, the chairman of the House Rules Committee, that lost his job in the election.
We're also forgetting High Chief Sessions.
Yeah, he said when Trump first took office and he got his appointment, he said he was going to crack down on weed, but now he's gone.
Yeah.
So
we can't forget about High Chief Smoke Sessions.
I'll be right back.
Waka waka marijuana.
And that was a real powerful switch because the Rules Committee allows which amendments get put on the floor.
That motherfucker is stoned right there.
Dude, look at his fucking chin. Holy shit.
He's got a glaze over his eyes. He probably ate an edible, to be completely honest.
for a vote for appropriations bills, and there's a lot of marijuana-related amendments that Pete Sessions had held up that now will be part of the process.
And what are some of those specific changes that policymakers are looking to start with? Are there some bills that we're going to see?
Sure. So already there's, I think, a half a dozen marijuana bills filed in the House. But then in terms of appropriations amendments, you're going to see things like just protections from the state from federal interference, veterans' rights to talk to their VA doctors about medical marijuana, clarifying banking rules and banking regulations so that banks can feel comfortable banking with marijuana businesses, those sorts of things in sort of small bore appropriations amendments. And then there's going to be bills that Earl Blumenauer from Oregon has introduced, the Regulate Marijuana Like Alcohol Act, that essentially just takes marijuana away from the Department of Justice and or from the DEA and gives it to the ATF to regulate like an alcohol product.
But James, won't any marijuana reform bill still have a hard time making it through Senate, a Republican-controlled Senate, or can pro-cannabis lawmakers work around that?
Absolutely. So there's a much tougher sledding in the Senate. Of course, the Republicans still control the Senate. There's lots of vocal opponents to marijuana law reform in the Senate. The interesting thing about the Senate is in 2020, there's of course, 33 senators up for re-election. 21 of them are Republicans. And of those Republicans, 9 of them are Republicans that represent states with legal medical marijuana.
Hey.
So there may be some pressure on Senate leadership to maybe let a bill like this through if it gets out of the House.
And in your article, you mentioned that 68% of the House already represents states with at least legalized medical marijuana. Would federal cannabis reform have a lot of impact?
That's right. No, you're correct.
That's right. That is correct. I am most certainly planning on doing that.
I feel like Bill Murray might be playing this guy. I don't know. He's got that Caddyshack type of mannerisms.
Impact on those states, or is it already sort of a done deal there?
Well, there's still impacts that need to be had, even in states where this is legal. There's still
banking issues,
problems with banking issues. There's federal laws that are still being impacted by these state legalities. So there's this conflict between state and federal that seems not likely long to hold, but it still kind of exists in this sort of gray area.
Right. And you write that there have been certain sort of seminal states that have kind of opened the floodgates in their area. You say once New York, Governor Cuomo under pressure from his gubernatorial contender, Cynthia Nixon, he had to finally get on board, and that sort of opened the floodgates in the Northeast. Is that right?
I think the reason that the West Coast is the best coast is because, yeah, we have marijuana all up and down the coast, but we're only 3 states, and there's more trees than there are retards. That's not the same as the East Coast. There's so many states there.
I think it's so because you have a bias because that's where you're from.
I don't believe so. Have you been to Boston? There's MIT, and then there's a sea of retards swimming around it. It's amazing.
I've never been to Boston.
Well, no. I know. There's one guy from Boston that is worth his salt. His name's John Cena. All the rest are fucking sickos.
That's right. That seems like there's a lot of fear of missing out in the smaller states around New York. Massachusetts is already full legalized with recreational marijuana sales. So Connecticut and Rhode Island felt pressure.
You were just talking about weed being legal.
I love Rhode Island. I like Massachusetts too. I'm just talking shit. I love the East Coast, but there's far more retards than trees on the East Coast.
Where there's more people in general.
Yeah, because it was populated like 150 fucking years before the West Coast, right?
Way before that.
Yeah, true.
Think about when people started coming over in like the 1500s is when there was like a bunch of European settlers coming over.
Yeah, I was thinking about young America, but I'm not.
I mean, people were living here before it was the United States.
I know, I made a miscalculation.
Sorry, my dog's barking.
It's okay.
Fucking dog.
New England states, Maine and New Hampshire and Vermont. Maine is already a legal state. Vermont and New Hampshire seem likely to go one way or the other soon. And so, all the way down to New Jersey. And then the other state is Illinois. Governor Pritzker ran on a campaign of getting Illinois legalized before Michigan. And so Michigan and Illinois are now in a race to become the first Midwestern state to legalize.
It is pretty incredible how swiftly this has all
Michigan
happened.
is legalized, right?
So, James, what has Congress done already, and is it possible?
I don't know if they have the infrastructure of it worked out yet,
Okay.
but yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's legal, but I don't think there are any shops.
You know,
or
I heard there was a legal marijuana ad bought for the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl pulled it for this year. They're like, nope, we can't do it. But they put all the fucking Budweiser commercials up there. What's up with that, though?
But natives would have been in the West first. That's true, but their population was so small.
Well, their population may or may not have been small. Their carbon footprint was small. Natives were great at recycling, reducing, and reusing. Okay, they're the original green.
Sure,
they're
but that's not. I mean, that's another point. I agree with you there.
We just don't know. Maybe they were highly sophisticated. They just didn't have the fucking waste that we have.
That marijuana could be legal on a national level by the end of this year.
It's crazy to think about. In any other year, it would be laughable to even contemplate.
I hate when that happens.
What makes this year different is at the end of 2018, the Farm Bill legalized hemp, which is the cannabis plant with a THC level below 0.3%. So the plant itself is now legal federally in all 50 states. Now the only question is the potency of the THC level.
Right.
And
it's true. When they started growing it for the hemp fibers, they legalized the plant itself, but it's just very low level THC. Like,
is there CBD in hemp?
Maybe, some.
Okay.
I think.
I was gonna say, isn't hemp like a very, very dull version of weed?
It
doesn't really have.
Yeah, it's grown for the fibers of the plant to make into fabric and things like that.
Because hemp has a rapid rate of photosynthesis.
Holy shit, Billy! How'd you know that?
Update
Jesus.
your shit, Ben. What does that mean?
Fuck the update thing that came up.
Oh.
He's fucking talking shit.
Legalized hemp through the Farm Bill.
I know that because of the movie Biodome.
Marijuana could be legalized in Congress soon.
Dude, you know what's so weird? You know Stephen Baldwin? He was in Biodome?
Yeah.
He had a feud with Brett Keane back in the day.
That is actually amazing.
And he made a video against Brett Keane. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, man.
But that's when Brett Keane was the atheist.
Why be an atheist? Yeah, Stephen Baldwin cracks me up. He's a fucking weirdo.
He's weird.
You know you're a weirdo when Pauly Shore is the sane one.
Truly incredible how swiftly the movement has happened on this issue. James Higdon, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks for having me.
I love weed. I love marijuana. Have you seen my vape pen?
You sound like Doug now.
Doug? Which Doug? Like Doug from the Honker Burger?
No, Doug TenNapel.
Oh.
With all your weird marijuana stereotypical
Oh.
things.
Oh. Yeah. I hope marijuana becomes legal. Then people can stop fucking fighting for it.
2,300.
300 marijuanas.
God damn it.
Do you think that Creamsicle has a numbers kink? And is just hearing Trump say numbers and getting off?
It's not even that. It's just Trump saying numbers is the fucking funniest.
Oh. If only I could do both of them at the same time, it would sound like Brett's banging G-Man in the butt. Because I got Brett doing this, and then the
You know, I think
with
we
the
just have
slapping
to
sound.
open up the sound editor someday and make a cinematic. Oh yeah.
I got so annoyed because my girlfriend Faye Fox was like, "Yeah, you sound like that Brett Keane soundboard they play."
When you fuck?
Because I got out of my car. I'm just like, goodness gracious.
You might have a problem if you
like, you sound like that soundboard they play on the Drunken Peasants.
I'm like, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
might have a problem if you ever sound like that.
Liar! Liar!
Liar.
Why be a gay theist?
Oh shit! Here's the Chris Brown story.
So much has unfolded on the Chris Brown drama overnight. So let's break it down for you. So NBC News says the singer and 2 others have been released after being detained on alleged rape and drug-related charges. However, the investigation is not closed. TMZ says Chris was released without bail and free to leave France. In a now deleted Instagram post, the singer slammed his accuser, calling her a liar. And Chris's attorney tell us they plan to sue the woman for defamation.
Is he selling
now, there's
t-shirts?
Celebrities showing their support, like T.I. Justin Bieber also commented on a video that Chris Instagram saying, "No one can touch you. You're the GOAT." Nick Cannon also wrote, "Stay focused."
T.I.'s in the Marvel universe. T.I. was in Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so him supporting Chris Brown is dangerous.
Why?
Because they might make a 3rd Ant-Man and they're going to let him in there if he's supporting Chris Brown?
I don't know.
We don't know. It's so easy to get kicked out of the Marvel universe.
Chris Brown has a bad rap anyway.
True.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was
like domestic violence.
Just beating the shit out of Rihanna. I can't imagine any scenario where she needed to get the shit beat out of her that bad, right? Like
unless she was like trying to murder him or something.
Even then, like that was so bad. I guess it could happen on accident, like you're elbowing somebody during like a rough bout of sexual intercourse. I don't know, man. It's just she looked so fucked up. It was gruesome. And then like all these girls on Twitter are like, "Oh, do it to me, Chris Brown. I let you slap the shit out of me, Chris Brown." It's like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I let you pee on me, R. Kelly. Damn it. It's the worst thing is like the toxic masculinity is sometimes the most attractive unless you're a fucking neckbeard. They love toxic men beating them in the face.
On his Instagram. What do you guys think about these celebrities coming for their pals back? Is that dangerous? Is that...
You know, I think if you're friends with the person and you are 100%, like you talk on the phone, you call one another, he's been there for you, it's worth the risk to support your friend because you know if you go down, you did the right thing by supporting your friend.
Well,
but if we did a song...
Did you do the right thing, though, if you find out that you're wrong?
But if you tell somebody to keep your head up...
Yeah.
All right, I can't listen to these people.
I think the real question here is, did Little Dicky switch places with Chris Brown's body?
I don't know who that is.
The song Freaky Friday with Little Dicky and Chris Brown where they switch places? Did Little Dicky switch places with Chris Brown's body and then go commit these atrocious acts in France? That's the real question. I woke up inside of Chris Brown's body. Can I say the N-word? What's up, my... That's how the song goes. What's up, my... And then...
Say it.
What's up, my neighbor?
No, not neighbor.
But it's say it. Say it, Billy. One day, you know what? One day,
say it, Billy.
We're gonna have a goal, and Ben, we're gonna run out of shit to zap each other with, and poke each other with, and light each other on fire with. And the goal is just gonna be like, if we reach the goal, Billy's gonna say the N-word. Nigger. What the fuck?
Oh, did you hear that shit?
That's not me. That's
did
a
you
doctored
hear that?
Tape. That's a doctored tape.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, I got a vagina.
If you guys ever like run out of shit to like zap each other with, I mean, I'm always an untapped market.
Should we just fly Creamsicle out for a private show where we just gang bang Creamsicle?
No.
No? Huh. Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to fist my puppy pussy, Ben?
Why are you doing
Why would you get those tattoos if you didn't want to have them?
Listen, Ben.
I missed the warning. Warning, you will have to fist asses.
Not just asses. Creamsicle's pupper puss.
Is it like Chris Chan's puss?
No.
Pussy
No.
puss?
No.
No. It's juicy.
Chris Chan's like, look at my beautiful pussy.
Listen, listen.
No. I'm moving on from this. Stop taking it down this.
Moving on.
No, you. I'm looking at you.
Who, me?
Stop taking it down this road. It starts with you every time.
I think it's Chris Brown.
I think it's you.
I blame Chris Brown and the media.
To be
Fuck
fair,
off.
Ben, that time it was me because I talked about zapping
No,
me
no, it's him. He does it, and I see him do it.
Blaming Billy, drink. Everybody drink. Blame Billy for something Billy didn't do. Time to take a drink.
Okay, sure.
The whole audience is going to get fucking wasted now.
We have some major breaking news in the Mueller investigation. Let's get right to it. Sarah Murray now joining us by phone. Sarah, tell us exactly what just happened.
We are learning that Roger Stone, who is President Trump's longtime political advisor, was arrested at his home in Fort Lauderdale this morning.
Everyone around Trump is going to jail.
Yeah. Everyone around
I
Trump.
mean, how can they not get him eventually if they're going to take down everyone around him?
It's coming. Like, the question...
How close do they need to get before they just go for him?
Well, I think they one by one get people that can become witnesses for the shit Trump did.
Dude, you know what would happen
Plea deals.
if they found out that... Pence also... Like, if they took down Pence... I don't know. They probably couldn't do that.
Does it go to Pelosi after that?
No, they would have to be gone at the exact same time. Because, like, if they took down Pence first, Trump could just nominate someone else to be vice president. Like, whoever he wanted. So,
But they could take both down, right?
Because that's what happened with Nixon. Like, Spiro Agnew resigned, and Ford took his place.
In the television
And then
show
Nixon-
House of Cards, they had Kevin Spacey's character talk the vice president into stepping down and making him the vice
And
president.
he was the speaker?
Yeah, he was the speaker. And he was
Yeah.
ready. He was ready. He had the president dead to rights, so it was like he's jumped his way up into the
Is that why Pelosi wanted to be speaker so bad? Because she knows something about Pence and Trump getting taken out?
How great would our first woman president be if it was Pelosi?
Not Pelosi.
After a fucking coup.
Dude, Hillary'd be so butthurt.
Oh, she would be pissed.
I almost want that to happen just for that alone.
She'd be like, how did Pelosi win the presidency when I told them to Pokemon go to the polls?
I've noticed that Trump is way more reverent to Pelosi. He doesn't give her like a nickname. He gives those to everybody else that he's opposed to.
Yeah, because I remember, now that you say that, I remember he was talking about her in a speech, and instead of like saying, I don't know, Nancy, I don't know, like
I like
neighbor
Nancy. I've
whatever.
heard him say it.
I like Nancy.
He's like Nancy Pelosi, otherwise known as Nancy. I'm like, wait. Where's the catchy nickname?
Otherwise known as Nancy.
Where's the low end?
Notorious Nancy. Nutty Nancy. That's a good one.
Grossy Pelosi.
That is it.
Perfect.
That is it.
Grossy Pelosi. You should get Joe on again soon. This is where I'm Baton's going to respond with an even bigger donation.
He's going to show up. But he'll drop a big bill, man.
Yeah, he's like, here's $100. Keep Joe the fuck away.
Yep.
We should just set up with I'm Baton when he won't be able to catch the show so that we can bring Joe on.
Indicted. This has now been confirmed both by Roger Stone's attorney as well as the special counsel's office. I believe
This looks
we
like
also
some
have
mafia shit right here.
video from this
Alex
morning.
Jones.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Why does
the
this...
Bilderbergs?
Yeah. This looks like some bad guys in a fucking... Not even a mafia movie, in a comic book movie. It's like the big... dumpy thug in Alex Jones next to fucking Victor Freeze or whoever the hell. This is not real with those glasses and that this
I am Otto von Icicle.
Yeah, this is the Toon guy at the end of Roger Rabbit after he already got dipped.
On 7 counts, 1 of obstruction of justice of an official proceeding, 5 counts of false statements, and 1 count of witness tampering. Roger Stone, of course, as we know, has been under scrutiny.
I like how Alex Jones is in almost all the photos that they're showing. Like, look at this piece of shit.
Roger Stone Cold Steve Austin with Alex Jones.
Yeah,
This is not real. This is how I know that we're in a simulation. This is not real. This can't be real life. Somebody set this up. There is a creator. There is a god. It's a 12-year-old boy playing a simulation on his planet. And this is his fucking game save state. He got bored with just regular politics. And was like, let's make a circus.
For years, basically. We've seen about a dozen of his associates interviewed. taken before the grand jury, and Stone's team had no idea that this was coming today. I talked to his lawyer last night.
Yeah, Stone had no idea this was coming today, yet they had a news camera on site ready to arrest him when the cops were there, when the FBI was there to roll up. The CNN correspondent said they just had a hunch that he was getting busted, so they drove to his house on a hunch.
They definitely got a tip.
Well, they said it was a what was it? Not a good feeling, but it was like
oh, they got a tip from someone who had inside
but they didn't
info.
say it as a tip. They said it as it was like a good on a whim or whatever. It wasn't a whim though. They had the word for it. They officially said, but obviously they got a tip. Obviously, but they said no. It was just a hunch.
I heard no word from the special counsel whatsoever.
Was it after court filings?
Okay. This morning that they showed up and they took Roger Stone into custody this morning.
Sarah, do you know who arrested him? What agency?
We believe it is the FBI that arrested him at his home this morning. To be honest, I have to tell you, I called his lawyer to let him know as soon as we were getting word that Stone was taken into custody, and we found out about this before his lawyer did.
All right. 1 count of obstruction, 5 counts of false statements, 1 count of witness tampering. And I should note that they just posted, the Department of Justice.
That's what they think Trump did to Cohen by threatening his in-laws and shit.
Yeah.
Not directly threatening, but suggesting that
maybe you should go check out his papa.
Yeah.
His father-in-law. He's the real criminal.
Posted this official information
He's the
just
one that
now,
introduced
and
me to
we'll
Cohen.
read through it as soon as we
We
can.
worked
But
together in
Sarah,
the 70s.
to the extent that you understand the specifics in these charges, obstruction, false statements, witness tampering, give us some details there.
Well, we're still, as you pointed out, we just got this information that Stone has been taken into custody, just got this information about the documents, so we're looking over it. I believe that it is probably going to have to do with some of his testimony to Congress. Again, I have not.
Is there one person in Trump's circle that doesn't look like they have fit in perfectly at a luncheon with Vince McMahon?
Yes.
Every one of these
Absolutely.
people.
That's a really good point. I see it.
Like Vince is the classy one at the table with any of these fucking guys. Dipping his steak wrap in a pile of ketchup, trying not to sneeze. This is so weird.
I'm going to move on to the next one here. This is
this is the story. They raided him and arrested him.
Yeah.
There's no more story to it.
So the next story I have here, are you familiar with Virgin Galactic?
It sounds like
Is this the space program from
what it is, it's not a space program. It's well, I guess technically it is. It's a privately owned space civilian space service.
Yeah.
And basically right now, Richard Branson owns it. I think you can pay like $250,000 and they'll shoot you up into space and let you float around a little bit, and then they, show you a few things. You obviously you can see the stars really well up there and everything. and then they take you back in, and then you land in there's a few different spaceports they have around the country.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that before.
Yeah, there's one in New Mexico that I've seen before that's pretty insane looking. But there's hardly ever flights that leave.
What are the laws in space?
There's no one owns space, so it's not. We have like international treaties about how we behave in space.
'Cause we have international waters where you can get away with a lot of shit, right?
It's the same thing. We have treaties.
Same thing? Okay.
I mean, we have partnerships with countries that we're kind of at odds with in some ways too in space. So
in space, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, like with Russians,
we say we're at odds with Russia, but
more than a lot of countries.
But our president's always kind of cohort with them. They canoodle.
Well, Russia's launched some things that are questionable from time to time.
Oh yeah.
But here's a story about Virgin Galactic.
Race to make commercial space travel a reality is really intensifying. Virgin Galactic reached a major milestone last month. For the first time, a crewed vehicle built for commercial passenger service reached space. The two astronauts traveled, listen to this, 51.4 miles above the Earth's surface. Now, only on CBS this morning, we're announcing a brand new partnership between Virgin Galactic and Under Armour.
Did you see that spaceship? Dude, that shit looks so awesome to me. As a huge like Star Trek nerd for most of my life, I fucking love the sight of a spaceship that looks like that.
Where a company will
instead of like the big shuttles.
I wonder how much training you have to go through
develop
to get on
space
that.
apparel and footwear for astronauts,
probably not too
engineers,
much.
and fans. Under Armour, very.
They might give you some tests to see if your body can handle it, because, I mean, you're going to feel some crazy G-forces blasting off into the atmosphere like
popular
that.
at this table. We'll also create an astronaut training program that includes fitness and
look at that.
nutrition plans to.
Actually, I think they bring up that little spaceship on the back of a bigger plane, and then you shoot off of that.
Prepare future passengers for space travel. So joining us now are Sir Richard Branson. He's the founder, as you know, of Virgin Group, which includes Virgin Galactic. Hello, Sir Richard. And Kevin Plank, founder and CEO of Under Armour. We welcome you all to the table.
Good morning.
Welcome.
I wonder when the last time Richard Branson fucked a virgin was.
2 minutes ago.
God damn it. You know he does.
The scene for us, Kevin and Richard. How did this bromance partnership, this is serious business, get started? Where, when, how?
So, Richard, you
Kevin was on Necker Island. We have occasional conferences on a rather beautiful island, the Virgin Islands.
It's a lovely island,
It is.
that you own, yes.
Oh, he owns islands.
And the lovely thing about being on an island is you have time to talk, and we spend a lot of time chatting.
The lovely thing about being a billionaire is you get to make real life spaceships and shit.
Together, got to know each other really well. I'm sort of the older entrepreneur, so I can give this young man a bit of a fatherly advice. But we became great friends and just decided to do some things together.
Is that how you remember it too, Kevin?
In my world,
someone said, "Can't wait till it blows up." Oh man, that's
So
terrible.
fucked up.
I remember well, I don't remember it actually happening. Kind of, like when the Challenger, when that shit blew up. I remember hearing, "Oh, they're gonna send a civilian teacher into space." I was really young.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they just blew up.
Was it Sally Ride or
no? That's something totally different. Sally Ride was an actual astronaut.
What was the fucking woman's name?
I can't remember her name. But she was not an astronaut, and it was a big story. It was supposed to be good PR for the space program. Ended up being the worst.
Well, not the worst. There were a lot of kids that wished their teacher was on that rocket.
Wow.
Because kids sometimes hate
terrible.
their teachers.
You're terrible.
They were like, blow up my teacher next.
Sir Richard Branson was.
Hey, remember
larger
when
than
I was
life.
actually in college? I think I had a teacher that I wanted on there. It was this fucking math teacher, and I swear to God, his name was Mr. Israel, and he was so fucking monotone and boring. He'd be like, "All right, class, now to do this equation, you need to move the 7."
So you wanted him to die for being
You wanted him
effectively
to
Ben
blow
Stein.
up in a fucking space shuttle.
Yeah, I never had any teachers I wanted to die, but there were a couple I wouldn't have mind seeing on Bang Bus.
Thousands of feet above the earth, just fucking blown the fuck up.
Because he talked
in a
like Ben
space
Stein.
shuttle. Yeah, whoa, damn it.
The creamsicle.
Holy shit.
So there's nothing more disarming than
But yeah,
someone
put my teachers
approaching
on Bang
you,
Bus.
wearing beach shorts.
Yes.
But there's still that mane of hair.
Yeah.
There's still the, here comes Richard the Lion.
Yeah.
So,
And Kevin, what were you wearing? You had on beach shorts too.
I was wearing Under Armour.
Yes, of course.
Do you like black people?
Kevin, I mean,
Do you wear
you
Under Armour?
outfit the most spectacular athletes in the world.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going to do in terms of helping, in terms of space outfits?
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is that.
You're going to build spacesuits.
Yeah, spacesuits. I mean,
It's all the technology we've had.
Space outfits. Let me go to the store and get myself a cute
Space outfit.
outfit.
The spaceman.
I can't tell which one of them looks more gay right now, the clean-cut guy or the guy with the long blonde hair who looked like he just came out of the Hell's Angels rejects.
You think Branson looks gay at all?
I think it's about
I
time
think
Branson
both of them-
stops dyeing his hair blonde. It doesn't look real.
Do you think he's
it just
dyeing
looks
it?
like it just looks like someone pissed on his head? Dude, look at his roots. Look how white his roots are.
But the roots could be white and the yellow or the dinge could be from the
so
sun.
he just now went gray.
It could be from the sun, from all the sun that it hit, and then he hasn't been to the sun for a while.
It looks like someone pissed on his head.
Okay, I don't think that's a dye job because if it was, I feel like it would be different. Maybe I'm wrong. The motherfucker has $1 billion. You think he says, make my hair look like someone dipped it in piss? Like they dipped a mop in
Who
piss
knows?
water?
Who the fuck is gonna tell? Who the fuck is gonna say anything to him about it?
I'm sure he pays people to say stuff to him about it. Everybody has a stylist. I have a stylist.
Richard Branson is worth $5 billion.
Wow, really?
Yep.
That's not as much as I would think.
Not bad.
To be in the spacing business?
I mean, I'm sure he has investors.
Yeah.
Over 23 years of the company being in business is something we get to apply now to something as real as space. And watching this all come to life is something, I think it's a dream for so
Richard
many around the
Branson's
planet.
68.
And it's such a massive vision. So all the technologies that we're using, it's basically, this is the kind of project that our team looks at and says, I can't
So
believe
they're
we
making
get to build and
spacesuits
do
for
something
this.
for space.
See, here's the thing. It's just so expensive. It to most people, it doesn't even matter if it exists or not.
Well, for at now. But in 50 years, it could be very reasonable. And they could take us all the way past the moon and fly back.
I mean, they might even end up taking people to the moon eventually, you know, once they come up with the right technology for it.
Yeah.
Something that can land there.
Well, I think to land there, you'd have to have a destination resort built there.
I mean, not necessarily. People would pay just for the experience of putting on a suit and going out there and jumping around in that lighter gravity that they have there.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, they would. And like, but the problem is that's going to cost millions, something like that. If just shooting you up into space for like a short tour is $250,000, then going up and going to the moon and landing there and getting to like do a moonwalk, that's like something that they would charge so much for once it's available. But that's way far out, even if they ever decide to do something like that.
I'm sure they will. It's just a matter of time. Well, I mean, unless the fucking global warming edges us all out. Then it's like, oops, we should have started earlier on the space thing. We ruined our planet. Hopefully the Greys come down and save us
I
from
wish
that.
you would edge me out, Billy.
Oh, you're doing it. You're taking us there. Billy, your fault.
Because I'm so sexy.
It was directed towards you.
Yeah, I know. That's like blaming the victim of rape, Ben. Wow.
Hard.
Billy, are you saying I'm raping you, Billy?
No, I'm just saying it's like you raping me.
What is this? Oh, sheer terror.
Just wait till I see you at Anthropon. We'll see.
Hacked Nest camera warned of North Korea attack, family says.
Hacked Nest camera?
Yep.
A family in California is calling on tech companies to do more to protect the consumer after their home security system was apparently hijacked. Laura Lyons says that hackers took control of her Nest security camera. She says a mysterious voice warned of an incoming missile attack from North Korea.
No.
The announcement, we're glad to say, turned out to be a hoax, but Lyons says her family was terrified. Anna Warner shows us what you can do to keep...
You know, they all ran for cover and shit. Like, get in the basement.
That's the next level of IRL streaming, like where they had ISIS Poseidon doing the bomb threats. These guys just skip using him, and they hack into people's cameras in their house and start sending the fucking threats over. And then they record it and
That shit'll
restream it
get
to the dark
traced
web.
so easily eventually.
They can stream it to the dark web.
Your
You know
devices and
how
your data.
lawless?
dark web.
No, dude, do you know how lawless the internet is? If you know how to get around it, it's scary. It's scary what you can get away with. I guarantee you there's a server right now that is very quiet invite, very protected, and people get off laughing at this shit.
Safe from hackers. Anna, good morning.
Good morning. Tech companies like Google, Apple, and Facebook offer a security feature called two-factor authentication. It makes you take an extra step, such as entering a code to prove it's really you after giving your username and password. It's something Laura Lyons did not have turned on until this happened.
If we'd had any inkling that a data breach had occurred, when we heard it coming out of that camera, we would have instantly been suspect, as opposed to several minutes of, quite frankly, sheer terror.
Those several minutes of terror, Laura Lyons says, began when the speaker on her Nest security...
Yeah, everyone should have, an authentication software on their important accounts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Is that like one of those Google Home thingies?
Kind of.
God, I sound like as much as a boomer as this woman.
Are you talking about the camera?
Well, the camera is based.
Yeah.
It's not Google Home, but it's connected on like that with the camera for security and making your Nest safe, so you can see things while you're gone.
Yeah, sure.
It runs off similar things to Google Home. I don't know how easily a Google Home is hacked, but they don't have video, so it wouldn't be that bad. But
yeah, I guess so.
Camera began blasting an
you can, like, talk to
emergency
your
alert
dogs
through
and
her
stuff with these
family's
things?
California home. She says what followed was a voice warning them that 3 missiles from North Korea were headed to the U.S. and to take shelter. The hoax sent Lyons, her husband, and their 8-year-old son into a panic.
We called Nest. They admitted that they had received multiple reports of Nest cameras being hacked in the last week.
In a statement to CBS this morning, Google, which owns Nest, says Nest was not breached. Instead, the company says customers like Lyons had been using compromised passwords exposed through breaches on other websites. Last week, a website that tracks compromised online logins claims it uncovered over 790 million unique email addresses and passwords, all compiled from more than 2,000 alleged databases.
It doesn't just see incredibly well.
Yeah.
It's got serious.
Yeah, I mean, that's why the two-factor authentication is important. Because if they can figure out your password, there's still no way they can figure out like a Google authentication code.
yeah, that changes every like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Serious brain
Yeah, I
power.
was gonna say, isn't there a thing where I think I heard they did this to like Ethan Klein, where like they get a SIM card and they redirect that signal to that SIM card to get that code? Because then like two-factor authentication, it's on your phone, right?
It can be. I mean, there's different ways of using it. There is the Google Authenticator, which is on your phone.
But two-factor is not just the authenticator. That's just there's many ways.
It can be used in two-factor.
Yeah.
I got you.
There's
'Cause I got the Go ahead, Billy. I'm sorry.
They can hack your phone number just by putting like the number in and then having a reverse dialer call your phone number.
It's like spoofing.
Yeah, spoofing.
Yeah.
It's
that's
crazy.
not what this was. I mean, like, I don't know. There's other ways to set up two-factor authentication without like getting a text message or something like that. There's like the code generators and shit. I remember Facebook, they have their own code generator. So if you have two-factor authentication on Facebook, you have to have the code too that auto updates.
Google says it
Yeah, I think I
recently
know you're talking about it.
Yeah.
reset all Nest
You're better
accounts
off
where
just not
customers
being
reused
secure on
passwords that
Facebook,
were
though.
previously exposed, and is actively introducing features that will reject compromised passwords.
You don't want to say
I
anything
can't even
is 100%.
imagine. You can't even imagine how many times I've been banned from Facebook.
I can imagine.
Like it's a ridiculous amount of times. Like because I have my name on Facebook and shit, and like I'll post lewd pictures of like my ass and shit, but I won't post like nudity. But I'll get banned. But meanwhile, I see like fucking Instagram thoughts posting their fucking titties out and shit. And I'm just like, all right, excuse me.
Are you angry?
I am angry. I'm an angry little dog because I can't post my ass, but fucking zombie unicorn can post pictures with her fucking titties hanging out. That makes me angry.
Free the nipple.
Free the pupper.
And secure all the
Free the
time.
pupper.
Wired news editor Brian Barrett says while tech companies stress greater security and convenience, users shouldn't lose sight of taking precautions of their own.
Incidents like this remind people that they need to give their devices a second thought and take a strong look at if they really need them, why they need them, and if they're going to get them, how they're going to make sure that they stay protected.
In addition to not reusing passwords and enabling two-factor authentication, Barrett also recommends a password manager. Laura Lyons says since the incident involving her family's Nest security camera, her husband changed their passwords, turned on two-factor authentication, and turned off the device's microphone and speaker. Nora.
That's very good advice. Thank you.
And he pulled the camera out of their toilet. They had a poop cam.
Poop cam. Here's Trump making the announcement of the deal.
I am very proud to announce today that we have reached a deal to end the shutdown and reopen the federal government.
Hooray!
I deserve all the credit.
As everyone knows, I have a very powerful alternative, but I didn't want to use it at this time. Hopefully it will be unnecessary. I want to thank all of the incredible...
I think all the people are going to miss their second...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
God damn it, Ben. I think he's doing this now because people are going to miss their second paycheck in a row. And I can't even, like, I can imagine if people miss 2 paychecks in a row, they're going to, like, take to the fucking streets.
People thought he was doing this to keep the government shut down, to slow down the investigation on him, which is hilarious, because I don't think he's... I don't think he was thinking that far ahead.
I don't think he was trying to slow down the investigation because the FBI still works during the shutdown, especially the ones that are targeting him. They're going to be fucking fine. You know, it's the clerical error paper filer guys that might not be coming into work.
Federal workers and their amazing families who have shown such extraordinary devotion in the face of this recent hardship. You are fantastic people. You are incredible patriots. Many of you have suffered far greater than anyone but your families would know or understand. And not only did you not complain, but in many cases you encouraged me to keep going because you care so much about our country and about its border security.
Shouting out the 9 people who were like, no, we're okay starving. We don't care. We just stop the Mexicans from coming into this country. You can build a wall now, please, Trump. Could you build a wall?
Again, I thank you. All Americans, I thank you.
All Americans, I ask you to sacrifice when I myself wouldn't sacrifice. I did sacrifice. I bought those boys McDonald's instead of lasagna.
You are very, very special people.
He literally talks like a fucking at a 4th grade level.
You're very, very special people.
His base that listens to him only listens at a 4th grade level. He talks to them. It's sick. He might be a genius. I don't know.
I am so proud that you are citizens of our country. When I say make America great again, it could never be done without you. Great people. In a short while, I will sign a bill to open our government for 3 weeks until February 15th. I will make sure that all employees receive their back pay very quickly or as soon as possible.
Hold up, bitch. Very quickly or as soon as possible? Is this another one of those Mexico's paying for the wall things? Because as soon as possible would have been fine there. Very quickly would have been fine. Compounding the two together worries the shit out of me.
It'll happen fast. I am asking Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
For a raise, we'll give them a crybaby bonus. Every time the president does a crybaby bitch move, the government workers will get a bonus. And some Trump steaks.
To put this proposal on the floor immediately. After 36 days of spirited debate and dialogue, I have seen and heard from enough Democrats and Republicans that they are willing to put partisanship aside, I think, and put the security of the American people first. I do believe they're going to do that. They have said they are for complete border security, and they have finally and fully acknowledged that having barriers, fencing, or walls, or whatever you want to call it, will be an important part of the solution. A bipartisan conference committee of House and Senate lawmakers and leaders.
Lawmakers?
Walmart workers. Because all the government employees had to go apply for jobs at Walmart because they're still paying.
Hold on, we'll try this out.
$8,737,540,000.
God damn it.
Enforcement professionals who have worked with us so closely. We want to thank Border Patrol, ICE, and all law enforcement. Been incredible.
spirited dialogue of "You have my wall"? No, well, fuck off.
Based on operational guidance from the experts in the field, they will put together a Homeland Security package for me to shortly sign into law. Over the next 21 days, I expect that both Democrats and Republicans will operate in good faith.
You can tell he's reading this, that this was written for him.
Oh yeah. He's gotta say what's written, because when he goes off the script, he just
very bad.
Really, this is 2,340.
Very, very bad.
Very bad. I'm just happy that the employees are back. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the government that this could have been done 34 days ago. And this is the same deal that was offered 34 days ago. After this bitch made thing, I actually want Trump to have gotten something out of this for his fucking temper tantrum. The fact that he didn't get anything out of it.
I don't want him to get anything out of it.
I don't want him to, but the fact that he didn't means this was all for nothing.
My name's Other Side Billy, and I always gotta play on the other side.
It's not other side. It would make me feel better if he stopped fucking paying people and cut off the government. If he actually got some sort of fucking bonus out of it, some buffer out of this. It was for nothing. I don't want him to get anything, but I'm disappointed that he didn't. It's like, holy shit, this entire temper tantrum, and
my favorite Indiana Jones movie is The Last Crusade. But my favorite movie is The Temple of Doom.
Let me rephrase it in a way that you won't question. All right. I would have respected Trump more if he would have got something out of this fucking deal. And as a non-Trump supporter, I'm happy. But if I was a Trump supporter, I would be fucking furious right now.
Why? Why? They've already accepted all of his faults already up until now. Yeah, ooh,
tweak with ooh woo, ooh woo. Yeah, I don't have any respect for Trump, but I would have. I'm just saying, all this was for fucking nothing. Nothing.
That's his fault.
Yeah, that really fucking sucks, dude.
It's gross. And how many more times will he try and pull this shit?
However many more. I mean, I think every year, right?
So hopefully he's only got 2 more fucking years of this shit.
I guess we'll see.
I hope this is enough to give somebody the edge they need to beat him. The way that Trump loses is by making missteps like this that make him look like a fucking dunce to his base. His base is dumb as shit.
That's really difficult to do because his base fucking worships the ground he walks on.
But this was a misstep for him, and the base was starting to leave him on this. He was losing support over this. They need their Papa Trump to feed them and clothe them, and they'll be happy. Make America great does not mean put America on break. That's not how this works. There's no timeout for America. That's not a good president.
For all parties to work together for the benefit of our whole beautiful, wonderful nation.
Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful.
If we make a fair deal, the American people will be proud of their government for proving that we can put country before party. We can show all Americans and people all around the world that both political parties are united when it comes to protecting our country and protecting our people. Many disagree, but I really feel that working with Democrats and Republicans, we can make a truly great and secure deal happen for everyone.
Maybe this is how Trump gets reelected. He starts working with the other side. I had this theory when he first got elected that he was going to actually be more Democratic leaning. I was totally fucking wrong. It was probably a pipe dream. I didn't actually believe it. I just
that's like a lot of the things you believe.
It's not true. Everything I believe comes to truth.
No, that's
every
bullshit.
Single thing. When's the last thing I believe something that didn't come to?
Oh, don't even use these Onision tactics.
Why
on me.
be an atheist? I'm going to start becoming a gourd believer, I think.
Electric scooters blamed for serious injuries.
Joshua Burnett and his co-worker are commuting to their next meeting.
This is our second trip to Los Angeles in the last 2 months, and both times we've used them
Electric scooters have become a popular way to get around in many cities. Now, new research shows 1 in 3 people involved in e-scooter accidents are injured badly enough to require emergency room treatment.
Range of different fractures, the wrist and forearm, as well as the ankles. There were a lot of patients who came in with head injuries. Fortunately, for the most part, a majority of them suffered minor concussions, but 5 patients did have bleeding inside the brain.
The study from Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center looked at emergency room data on nearly 250 e-scooter
I've never ridden one of these before. I've done the bikes, but not the scooters.
And pedestrians.
I remember I
involved.
had a fucking Razor scooter when I was just a little kid, and good lord, that thing fucked up my ankle so bad.
Is this Venice Beach?
Yeah, this is Venice Beach. I'm pretty sure.
In collisions. One scooter company called the report limited and said the number of injuries reported amounts to a small fraction of e-scooter rides.
With so many scooters here on the roads in Santa Monica, the city has launched a public safety campaign encouraging riders to have a valid driver's license, only ride on the street, not sidewalks, and wear a helmet.
In our study, we found
almost no one that you just showed earlier was wearing a helmet.
that only 4% of patients were actually documented to be wearing a helmet during the time of their injury. While electric scooters are easy, fun, convenient, and incredibly useful, they have to be taken seriously.
You have to be cautious of other people just like riding a bike or walking.
Shayna Speck says she feels safe using the scooters. She
feel
stays
safe.
aware of her surroundings
My
and how
weight
fast
doesn't let the scooter
she's
get
zipping
fast
along.
enough to hurt me.
Stella Escobedo, CBS News, Santa Monica, California.
Those girls are rolling by farting people, crop dusting the whole way.
Dude, what a great idea. Let's do that sometime.
Fart scooters?
Yeah.
The poot scooter?
We'll get that, we'll get Dusty's owner to come with us too.
That farty faggot.
Yeah.
Poot scooting boogie.
Pimp Monk the fart. Dude, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, Pimp Monk, check this out. I'm going to name a fart after you. That was Pimp Monk the fart.
Jesus.
Dude, basically shitting his pants walking around Target.
Yeah.
Sounds like my kind of time.
Yeah, daddy.
Check this out. All right, so I got 2 stories that are related to each other. Here's a story about a bad call that cost a team their spot in the Super Bowl. Because pass interference, right?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to hit the guy trying to catch the ball until he actually touches it. Then you can hit him.
Now with the outrage that has continued.
And this is what happened. Like the ball wasn't even anywhere near him, and he got fucked. Like, look.
Now with the outrage that has continued to grow over that blown call that may have cost the Saints a trip to the Super Bowl, the NFL reportedly now considering video replay of disputed pass interference calls. TJ Holmes is here now with more on that.
Can you? Hey, Robin, you don't have to be a Saints fan to be upset by this. You don't.
Yeah, I mean, with certain, you can dispute certain things in football, like the referees go and they watch the same play from multiple angles to decide if their call was right. And if it's wrong, they'll overturn it.
You don't have to be a football fan, even a sports fan, but just a fan of basic fairness. Are we going to sit down in 2 weeks to watch the Super Bowl and wonder, is the right team in this game?
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have hit him. He should have gotten it in his way, and he can kind of bump into him a little bit, but he can't, he can put his body up against him. He can't, hit him and knock him down like that, though. You're not supposed to grab them either. Not until they actually touch the ball.
Well, the integrity of the Super Bowl is in question. Next question, what are you going to do about it?
That dude got knocked around. This is like spinning in the air.
Apparently one option is just to...
Damn. Breeze. The Saints are suing?
They might be. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's pass interference. He knocked him off the field almost.
You see there was a...
Boom.
It's being referred to as one of the...
He elbowed him in the neck.
Worst missed calls in playoff history. The New Orleans Saints missed a place in the Super Bowl after referees didn't throw the flag on this play. Many call it a glaring case of pass interference.
Would the flag have guaranteed them entry in the Super Bowl? Is that what they're saying?
But it was game deciding. This was a game deciding event here.
Okay.
because they would have scored a touchdown and it would have put them ahead a good amount to where if they would have held them off, you know, there wasn't a lot of time for them to score going the other way.
Did you see there was like an 11-year-old kid this week who won his school science fair because he proved that Tom Brady was a cheater as a science project?
That's already been proved, though.
Yeah, but it was like his project.
Yeah, because like they had hand signals.
Yeah.
They learned the hand signals of the other teams.
But that should have been a penalty. And John Payton
and he
is
deflated the ball.
justifiably upset.
With their season over, the Saints were clearing out their lockers Monday. The emotions were still raw.
Because a ball's easier to catch when it's deflated. And he wanted to make it easier for the guy he was throwing it to catch it, so he deflated the ball slightly.
Against my super Seattle Seahawks.
Time you think about it, it's going to be tough on you.
It's frustrating. And the firestorm shows no signs of dying down.
It was the most egregious missed call in the history of football.
To me, this is on the league office because you don't have a rule in place that would allow for that call to be reviewed.
Yeah.
ESPN is now
we
reporting.
agree. I mean, because, like, I don't even know what they were looking at, how they didn't see this contact here. Bam, right there. How did they miss that? The ball's too far away for anyone to reach it, so...
NFL will consider a rule change, making pass interference calls subject to review.
Well, they think he just jumped backwards? You think he's, like, trying to be a Hollywood stuntman or something?
Something Saints owner Gail Benson supports, telling ABC News she's been in touch with the NFL and that the team will aggressively pursue changes in NFL policies to...
Someone said pass interference, isn't that what you're supposed to do? Kind of the... no. Pass
They have
interference...
the safe catching rule.
Well, like, yeah, so you can interfere by, like, trying to jump up in the air and, like, tip the ball or try to catch it. You can stand in front of them and get in their way. You know, you can do that kind of stuff, but you can't, like, knock them down before the ball reaches their hands. Because if you could do that, no one would ever catch anything. It's obvious that you can knock someone down quicker than the ball can make it to them. So...
yeah.
Yeah, the receivers on every team would just be laying on the ground and you'd never be able to throw it to anybody.
Sure, no team and fan base is ever put in a similar position again. And the fallout is spreading beyond the league, including reports of a possible class action lawsuit against the NFL filed by people who lost big money betting on the Saints. Meanwhile, one sportsbook...
No, it's the people who gambled on that game.
Oof.
...in New Jersey is refunding all wagers on the Saints.
Wow. Wow, so this sportsbook is actually refunding.
Tweeting, just think of it as good karma.
This has been talked about for years, Stray, and you can speak to this, about the idea of having those plays be reviewable. The reason they reject them is because they're usually subjective, right? Two people can look at the same play and say, maybe that was pass interference, maybe not. But in a game of this magnitude, Super Bowl on the line, that blatant of a call, now we're talking about something.
Guys work so hard.
And here's a story, because I guess the Saints fans are pissed off. They're boycotting the Super Bowl now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever, get over it. You get to play every season, right? Yeah, it's bullshit, but...
Ben, don't put Pupper in the corner.
You saw it. We all saw it. We all saw the same thing, all of us except the one.
Oh, no.
Bird Box.
Referee. It's a devastating loss, and we won't get over it.
Whatever. There's going to be another season in like 5 months or 6 months or whatever, right? Or no. Yeah. So whatever. You're fine. You'll be fine.
We're used to it. We are used to getting disrespected by the National Football League Association. We are very used to it.
I mean, I don't think there's anything...
Sounds like you have a persecution complex to me.
Short of replaying the game that would make New Orleans Saints fans happy. We know that's probably not going to happen.
That's definitely not going to happen. They're not going to replay the game. It's definitely not going to happen.
But at least they can take a bite out of the injustice.
We were in a state of shock for the first day, and then anger starts to set in, and you realize just the errors that were made. And I think it's going to change the rules of the game next season. I hope something comes of it. But we're angry.
We were in a state of shock at first, but then we realized we're actually in the state of Louisiana, and that's much worse. So we got over it.
have a huge fan base and a very loyal fan base. A lot of people would have gone to that game, watched that game. In fact, we're going to go to dinner and celebrate my husband's birthday, and we're not even going to go to a place with TVs on. I don't care to watch. I don't know. I think we're going to be hearing some stories about low viewership, low ticket sales.
I don't think so.
We'll see, and that's how we'll really stick it to them where it hurts.
I don't think that's going to happen.
That's where we'll stick it to them where it hurts. New Orleans has gotten the Super Bowl so many years. Like, the NFL's been really good to New Orleans. They make a lot of money off that shit. So, yeah, it sucks as a fan, but the NFL fucking probably keeps the city afloat after Katrina.
Well, yeah, that's where they kept all their homeless people, homeless and displaced people when the hurricane hit.
Well, yeah, but also they brought, like, business there by having the Super Bowl there so many years. How many times has the Super Bowl been in New Orleans since the fucking hurricane? I know it's like 4 or 5 times, right? They have a WrestleMania there twice.
Yeah,
it's big business.
Yeah, you know what? The most recent Super Bowl that they had there, they had a power outage and it had to delay the game for like hours.
Yeah,
it's like you're having the Super Bowl and you're not going to make sure the lights work.
Yeah,
it took them forever to get the lights going again. It was crazy.
Oh, I'm a diehard, believe me. Even my family, everybody was so happy until the last no goal. That was the end of the day, you know.
What are you planning to do for the Super Bowl? There are a lot of people who are saying they're not going to watch it.
No, we are in my family, in this whole community, the whole NFL fan, the Saints fan. That day, we'll go to somewhere else.
We are planning a party on February 3rd. There's 2 guys that started
We're going to watch the Super Bowl on the altered perspective.
Altered
perspective.
grassroots effort called the Boycott Bowl. I just bought, just donated some money yesterday. I said, and I don't even party. I don't even drink. I'm like,
bitch,
we're partying.
you're lying. You're lying. This broad does cocaine in the crack formation. Look at her. This is a party girl. This is a party girl. I know this woman parties. She's my type of people. I grew
The
up
new
with
CBS
cokeheads.
News Facebook Watch series, Down to Earth, takes a look at the world around us. On this episode, CBS News foreign correspondent Deborah Patta delves into the forests of Madagascar with Stony Brook professor Patricia Wright. She's on a mission to save one of the world's most endangered species, the lemur. Here's a preview.
6 hours of hiking in the Ranamafana rainforest, we finally spotted one of the rarest animals in the world, a sifaka lemur, one of only 2,000 left.
A sifaka lemur?
That could
sifaka lemur.
A sifaka lemur too.
Unlock the mysteries
Jar Jar
of
Binks is out here
Alzheimer's.
fucking lemurs.
Anthropologist Pat Wright from New York Stony Brook University told us that lemurs share many of the same genes as humans. She's turned the island's national park.
It is Isafucka lemur. They share the same genes. She's over here saying, "No, it's okay."
Well, of course
guys.
they do. I mean, they're primates, so they're closer to us than most animals in the world.
It's not bestiality. We share so many of the same genes. This broad fucks those things.
Into a science lab and has been studying lemurs for 30 years.
Kind of ironic that an animal that is on the verge of extinction could hold the key to so many life-threatening diseases.
That's really true. It's like burning a library. It's a real shame. But hopefully we'll be able to save these little guys and we'll be able to unlock their secrets.
Madagascar is the only place in the world that lemurs exist. There are over 100 different species, including the mouse lemur, our smallest cousin.
Look at those eyes. Yeah, our smallest cousin.
Those eyes.
Lemurs, why do they hold such importance for us?
Because they get some of the same diseases that we get. A lot of the experiments on human health are done on the mouse, and the mouse is not very closely related to us. And
who the fuck is this ragtag group of bandits in the background here? Do you see them rolling up on them?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Are they in Madagascar?
They're in Madagascar getting poached.
2 years. So you couldn't possibly study some of the long-term kind of diseases.
Alzheimer's is top of Wright's list. Her team has embedded computer chips in hundreds of lemurs so they can monitor the development of Alzheimer's for an average of 20 years. She's
So
built
lemurs
a
get
genetic
Alzheimer's?
data bank
Yeah.
from her
Interesting.
research, and her hope is it will lead to new
That's the most
drugs one
fucking
day.
depressing thing to think about is like lemurs with fucking dementia. Jesus
I don't think
Christ.
it's the most depressing thing. Like, it's I guess
It's like puppies with cancer.
I
It's
guess
like,
as a
God
furry that would
damn.
be pretty devastating, but like they're
What's
animals.
that supposed to mean?
I mean, I don't think
disgusting bigot.
I don't think it's as depressing as the lady in the background there getting Alzheimer's after a life of dedicating to science, and then she forgets everything in her olden ages.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Sure, these things dying off and getting Alzheimer's, and us not be able to test on them, use them as guinea pigs. That's sad. Because science means that they'll probably better our lives in the long run. That's sad that we can't do that anymore. Hopefully we can protect them and continue to use them for our benefit like we do every other fucking animal on this earth.
But it is a race against time. Lemurs cannot survive without forests, and 95% of the lemur's natural habitat outside this park is gone. Researchers bait traps to lure the mouse lemurs inside.
A mouse lemur. No.
A mouse lemur. They were probably like, "Tell us what you got there."
They
And
work
he's like,
under a
"A mouse
red line
lemur."
to mimic the nighttime conditions mouse lemurs like best, and to prevent damage to their eyes.
Oh.
Testing the lemur's strength, think of a Fitbit for lemurs, was also a test of patience.
Look at it. It's like, fuck you
added
guys.
cranks
Why are you
for thick
fucking with me? I'll
gloves.
bite you. I'll bite you.
Each one is
Oh,
weighed and
is it
measured.
is it
They're looking
sedated?
for early signs of disease or weight loss. Once the tests are over, the lemurs are released unharmed back into the wild. But now they are facing a new threat.
And then they're like, "Guys, I was just abducted by aliens."
God. That's it.
And then they all look at him like that, like this one right here is
Yeah.
looking.
These
They're like,
we
"What?"
do to these lemurs what the aliens
We
do to
anal
us.
probe them. We
Yeah.
fucking do all kinds of shit.
And the aliens do that to us so that we can solve their fucking space Alzheimer's.
Their space Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Madagascar has
Vicious
been hard
cycle.
hit by extreme changes in weather, strong cyclones, severe drought, then torrential rain. And this year, Reich told us, the fruit trees that are the lemur's main food source did not flower.
damn it.
Dude, this is the
It's
scary
so
thing.
adorable.
It's like it's not just Alzheimer's. It's got to be like space colonoscopies. Because if they're trying to look up our butts all the time, they have this crazy alien butt disease that we're helping them fight by getting
Why don't you
probed.
snip out my like if you find any polyps while you're up there, aliens, please snip them out for me.
Maybe they do,
Thank
and that's why we think there's miracles. Because the aliens
they snip out our
our
colon
little butt
polyps.
Yeah, I prayed so Grandpa's butt fucking shit was solved.
Colon polyps.
Because prayers are actually just us telepathically calling in our problems to the aliens, and they help us in order of which they receive our prayers, right? Because they're telepaths, so they can hear it.
Billy, you should get a colonoscopy. That would be
Never happened.
awesome.
I worry.
Ben, I wish you'd give me a colonoscopy.
I've had 2 colonoscopies.
Really?
Yeah.
What about an enema? Have you ever had an enema?
No, I've had a suppository, but not an enema.
Well, what's the one where they like flush out your system? Is that just an enema?
Yeah.
Depends on what you mean by your system. An enema is when you like pour water in your ass to clean the poop out.
Yeah, I heard you can lose a lot of weight doing that.
Well, there's also like cleansing stuff that makes you shit like crazy.
I mean-
colonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you do an enema and you push the water in too far into your asshole, you're gonna shit your brains out, and that'll probably lose you a couple pounds. But I don't really recommend doing that.
Get a colonoscopy so we can see the pictures afterwards.
Should I get a colonic and then we'll set up a camera in the bathroom and I'll do the show from the toilet?
No, dude, colonoscopy.
I don't want to get a camera put up my butt.
Dude, it's gonna be actually it's recommended for people your age.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Dude, colon cancer, a lot of people die from that shit. So it just goes up there to see if there's anything that might turn into cancer, and they snip it out.
I was so ready to die young.
You won't be awake.
Total Biscuit just died. Like I believe maybe a month ago because of that shit.
I was
He
so
had, like,
ready to die
stage
young.
4 colon cancer.
Yeah. Colon cancer, like it goes undetected. The only way to really detect it is that kind of procedure. Dude, they make
Yeah.
you drink this shit like the night before.
Barium? It's a barium
No.
milkshake? Oh.
Barium is shit that like makes you glow inside.
Oh.
This isn't that. Like barium is like when they take like imaging of you, they can see like everything glowing, basically.
Yeah.
No. This is like something that just flushes you out. It flushes all the poo out of your system. Like it hits you like a ton of bricks.
I kind of want to see how much weight I can lose from just getting like a colonic or something, or a massive take a massive shit cleanse. Come on, colonoscopy. I don't want a colonoscopy.
And then we could look at the pictures of the inside of your ass.
Why? Just because you had your stupid hernia, you want me to suffer with some medical shit?
I had colonoscopies too. I've had 2 of them.
I should probably get a prostate exam, but like, Lord knows that
prostate exam is
getting
child's
by
play.
itself.
Ben's like, I go down to the street corner. I get the guy that sells me fucking hot toddies to give me an anal exam. Like,
It's not an anal exam. Your anus is just the very like first part.
Oh,
right there.
Yeah, it's not an anal exam. It's way deeper.
There's your
It's
rectum.
way deeper. Way deeper.
Listen, if you're gonna talk assholes with somebody who literally puts fucking foot-long horse dick in their ass for a living, silicone horse dick, silicone horse dick.
I was telling Billy about the bad dragon cum, the fake bad dragon cum, and he looked at it. It made him sick.
Oh yeah, I looked at it. I got sick, but I still thought it would be cool to add like a bad dragon bukkake to the wheel of pain.
Gross.
I mean, I have like 7 that actually do that, and like, I've actually had shows where like I took a cream pie from Bad Dragon.
Oh no!
We must
You
ask,
took a-
how did
you
this
said you took a
happen?
BENPAI?
Socialism.
Was
the
it a
country's
BENPAI, you
annual
said?
inflation rate is 80,000%. I'm no economist.
I don't know how many ounces I took. Maybe 2.
Have said about every single country since forever. Venezuela isn't socialism, like Cuba isn't socialism, and Nicaragua isn't socialism, and Zimbabwe isn't socialism, and so on to infinity. That's the key difference between socialism and capitalism. Capitalism doesn't need liars because it doesn't have to be perfect to work.
I mean, there's
Capitalism doesn't need liars because anybody whose voice matters has enough money that they can say whatever the fuck they want. Because the people at the bottom have no money and no fucking voice. So it doesn't matter. You don't need to lie because you could just tell them to their face they're fucking screwed.
Exactly. Like, what fucking dude who like works full time at like Wendy's is gonna go up against the fucking Waltons? Like, nobody.
Nobody who works for the Waltons is going to go up against the Waltons.
Exactly, man.
It's decentralized, so one glitch only goes so far. But socialism is centralized. One error, and the whole thing goes to hell, which is why it needs force to survive. Like Hugo Chavez, the dead strongman, once embraced by the American celeb, Sean Penn, Danny Glover, Oliver Stone, praised the man from their comforts of capitalism.
I mean, it was, it was more stable than it is now, right?
And as long as apologists exist, the media just shrugs. For the press, Venezuela is the opposite of Covington. Covington was exciting.
Billy, you could put the pictures of your colon out there. You could probably make some money.
If
doing
my
that shit.
colon can wear a MAGA hat during it.
Sure, you can Photoshop a MAGA hat.
Or should it be drumming? Which one? Which
Hey,
side,
Billy,
which side's
have
my
you
colon
ever
on?
have you ever had somebody offer to pay pictures for your feet?
No, I've had way different offers.
Fuck this story, it's boring.
Not feet.
I actually I had one guy offer to pay me if I pretended like I got impregnated by a xenomorph.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
From the
let me tell you
Alien
how
movies?
fucking-
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to move on from this.
I had some cam girl buy my underwear for
no, I'm moving
$75
on from this. I'm moving on from this. All right, here's
I've had people
People
offer me,
fear
like,
that the UK's plans to leave the European Union could usher in a new age of sectarian violence, 20 years after a peace deal ended on the decades-long conflict known as the Troubles.
They're worried that if
Tribbles?
Northern Ireland has a hard border with the Republic of Ireland, we've been talking about that for some time.
So Ireland, like the top northern nub of Ireland, is part of the UK because when Irish wanted their when the Irish wanted their independence from the UK, that part up there stayed part of it. and it's been like it used to be a very hostile region. Have you ever heard of the drink Irish car bomb before?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's like there used to be a lot of car bombs near the border of Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland.
Militant groups would flourish once again, including one already called the New IRA. We learn more about it from Nick Roberts.
There's a new IRA? I didn't know the old one was totally gone.
The new era?
In Ireland.
Yeah, maybe.
The new era?
I mean, there's just so much extremism going on all over the world. I'm not surprised this is going on again.
No one has yet claimed responsibility for this
Irish car bomb.
Car bombing outside a Northern Irish court. But everyone I talked to said they believe
What is an Irish car bomb?
It was
Jameson and Baileys?
I don't even know what's in it.
You drop Baileys into Jameson, or no, you drop Jameson into a Guinness, I think.
And we believe at the minute what our main line of inquiry is against the new IRA. On a street corner, less than a quarter of a mile from the bombing, is the headquarters of a political group that people here would describe as having an understanding.
Have you ever seen the movie Patriot Games with Harrison Ford?
Is that Jack Ryan?
It's called Patriot Games.
Yeah, but isn't the character Jack Ryan?
I don't know.
Ben Affleck took over the role and some stuff?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I've seen it or not.
Okay, so...
Well, the IRA is in, like, Sons of Anarchy as well. Like,
yeah, but in Patriot Games, it's like about an American that... He's like an American... I think he's like an FBI agent. And he just happens to be in England when the IRA attempt to assassinate some members of the royal family, and he ends up killing a few of them. And then, like, the brother of one of the people he kills is like one of the leaders, and he comes to America and tries to kill him. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Irish cream and whiskey dropped into a stout, so that would be Bailey's and whiskey dropped into a Guinness, right?
Yeah.
That's basically what I said, but I transitioned from Bailey's to whiskey.
Of the bombers. They released the statement soon after the attack, saying it seemed it was in commemoration of the Irish Republican uprising 100 years ago. Officially, of course, they don't know.
We've clarified that in local media outlets, so we have no relation to the attack.
We're the new IRA. We exist pretty much on Reddit subforums. This guy looks...
He's like, yeah.
Such a nerd.
Nevertheless, the perception of...
Did the car bomb hit anything or anyone? They didn't say what kind of damage it even caused.
In the picture, it looked like the car blew up. I don't know if there's anybody in it.
Appreciation persists,
oh, okay.
Particularly with the police. Gallagher, who chooses his words carefully, says in the hours after the bombing, 5 people from his group were brought in for questioning, though later released without charge. What would have been the reason, do you think, behind the car bomb?
I think these are people that just have fun being, you know, like, they have fun playing terrorism. Let's go out play terror. Like, I don't even think they really give a fuck. It's been this way for so long. Whatever. Give that little... Let the Brits keep their fucking shit up north. I mean, I wish they would just give it back and be done with it, but, you know. The people that live there are fine being part of the UK. So, whatever. Leave it the way it is, right?
I mean, it's... I can't even for a minute understand what it's like to be there. So I don't know. I know what goes down there. I know...
It hasn't been this way in a long time. It hasn't been this hostile.
I have friends who've been talking about it online, Irish people, and they're like, "Man, it's rough out here." So I don't know if they're right there in the convergence zone.
Well, this was in Northern Ireland where this happened. So this was people who want the Brits to leave Ireland. Basically, did this attack.
On Saturday.
Well, the fact that Ireland still remains under British occupation and the country is still partitioned would be symbolic, and I would assume that would be the reason behind the attack on a British institution.
Author Eamon McCann has lived his life in the community the new IRA calls home.
Now, they are a minority. The vast majority of people here want peace.
His city has been a cauldron of Northern Ireland's past violence. His generation grew up with it. The generation since lives with its inescapable legacy. and despite a peace deal, lionizes the Republican ideal of a united Ireland. McCann doubts the new IRA has the size or savvy to match their predecessors.
It's futile to ask what did they hope to achieve with that bomb on Saturday night and other bomb scares. It's not a question of wanting an immediate objective from the bomb. The question is to keep the struggle going.
Police describe the new IRA as small but intent on growing, which might explain why, when they hijacked a car 2 days after the bombing, they abandoned it here.
Join IRA. Join IRA. Holy shit.
Inevitably drawing attention to this, an apparent effort at recruitment. Since emerging
I thought I was going to say join Iraq. I was like, dude, they're sending them to fucking ISIS, dude.
No. And look, here's another one.
7 years
Beware of the risen people.
ago, they've grown. Local estimates are between 100 to 200.
We've had a concern for some time that, you know,
this motherfucker
all is not well.
This is a character. This is not a human. This is a guy who's playing an act.
No, dude,
This is like, I've seen this guy in a movie before.
You haven't left the country and
Father
experienced.
Bouquet.
Yeah.
Arrested 3 decades ago for his part in the Republican movement, is now a trusted three-way intermediary between police, the community, and groups like the new IRA. He
Count
sees the
Dankula in
economy
40 years.
as a path to today's violence.
The portrayal of what the peace process could achieve or would achieve raised expectations to a point which were unrealistic, and now people are saying, well, all these years later, are we any better?
I'm not coming over.
Off.
Gallagher admits lack of money may be some of the new IRA's pull.
It's in a grip of a suicide epidemic, a drugs epidemic, and it's clearly poverty-stricken.
This guy almost looks like he could be one of the Proud Boys or something.
Look, okay, we had to
Kind of
start.
reminds me of Richard Spencer a little tiny bit.
We had to start blowing
Like he's
up.
got the same up and tight, like the same facial structure.
We had to start blowing up the cars again because they won't let us teach our dogs to do Nazi salutes. Should we read the little tooties after this? Boom.
Did you mean reading the Streamlabs when you said
that's what
little
tooties? Yeah, little tooties. Yeah, I guess Count Dankula's Scottish. My bad.
Yeah.
I sound like a fucking idiot now.
Yeah, and you're like, this is a real person. They have an accent. I only heard that in movies.
Because I've seen that guy, basically that same character in a movie before. The same fucking guy.
Come on, dude.
It's the only way I've seen it. What?
God. Name 6 countries in Asia. Go.
Mongolia, Taiwan, Thailand, Japan, China, fuck it.
Russia.
You give up already?
No, fuck it is a country.
No.
P-H-U-K-E-T.
That's not a country. That's a city
Oh,
in
okay.
Thailand.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Then Bangkok.
Bangkok is also a city.
Bangkok is also a city.
Yeah, in Thailand.
What about Pattaya?
India. Somebody in the live chat said India.
Pattaya is also a city in Thailand. I just was being funny making
I
the
was
joke.
only pretending to be retarded.
I was making it's fuck it. It's a funny joke. It's a
Billy,
funny. I said fuck it like I was giving up, but it's Phuket. It was a funny fucking joke. I'm very angry now. Fuck.
I think we've read. Oh, there was one from Ardrich I didn't read. Refs are scum. Always have, always will. Also, Ben, don't put pupper in the corner.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Don't put pupper in the corner.
I have no fucking idea, man.
All right, here's the first video for crazy people. Check this out. It's entitled "Am I Gay?"
Hey, Faye family, it's Brother Mario. I pray have a great day. I know I said I wasn't going to record a video for a while.
Did you hear about Mario? Did you hear about what's going on with him right now?
No, I didn't. But
Oh
now
my
I'm
God! All right, so he got catfished by someone pretending to be a hot chick, and he sent the girl a bunch of nudes of like his buddies and stuff and tried to like get her to join a gangbang, and it all got leaked. So him and the Godly Bros were like running trains on bitches and
Do you want-
shit.
Dude,
Do you want
wish.
pearls of holy
I
cum on your
dude.
face and mouth?
Train on me, God. Do you hear on the Underhaven where I offered Mario a slot in some gay pornography? I told him if he came out of the closet and stopped all this, you know, the vigilant Christian Mario, he could be the vigilant cum dumpster Mario in some gay porn with me.
Let's see him plead his case that he's not gay.
Wow, but I needed to make this video to set the record straight for my friends. Unfortunately, the controversy surrounding me has dragged them into it, and there are some false accusations that are being brought about them specifically, and it's just the right thing for me to do to step up and clear this for them. It's just not fair. Now, if you haven't heard, there's been a recent scandal that I am responsible for. I unfortunately got myself caught into a really bad situation with a woman that I believe is a complete Jesus snake. I should have known better. If you looked at her Facebook profile, she even had in that little description part, bad BITC whatever.
I should have known better than to proposition her with a gangbang showing all the dicks of my friends.
Female dog. And she didn't show any of the fruits of the spirit, and so we.
You fucking sicko! You're gonna talk about the fruits of the spirit after you tried to.
I think it was probably a cat. It was probably a dude. It was probably some neck-bearded troll that did that shit.
Probably. But he's trying to proposition this internet persona for a freaking gangbang with him and his buds, sending her dick pics of his buds. And she was just she didn't have a fruit of the spirit. Motherfucker, you're over here trying to start a gangbang up with randoms online. That's not the fruit of the spirit. You're a fucking predator.
Ended up in a conversation that ended up being sexual and sexting, as you would call it. And so this Jesus snake ended up letting me know that her fantasy was a threesome with two guys, and being the lustful, lost person that I was in that moment, I played into the fantasy in order to receive from her the photos, the videos, etc., which worked. I'm not proud about that, but I do.
By the way, I did get the photos. It worked. Okay, I wasn't just trying to get the photos. I got them. Okay, I'm a fucking real man. Oh, but praise God. I'm sorry, it was a low moment for me. But it worked. Fucking sick son of a bitch.
Do want to clear this up. I'm not a homosexual. Neither are my friends. Those are not real pictures of my friends. They're random photos that I found on Google to send to play into the fantasy so that I
lies.
Oh man. Look. It's not that I have pictures of my friend's dick. It's that I'm a deceptive liar and I lied to this girl to get her to send me nudes. That's
I was gonna say,
somehow
I don't know
better.
about you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a total fucking faggot. And do you know how many pictures of my best friend's penises that I have?
How many?
None.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass.
I've seen YouTubers with multi-million subscriber counts penises. Like
could receive from her the
Onision
photos.
doesn't count.
Now I'm
Onision's
completely
not one of them,
ashamed
actually.
and disgusted at myself
I
for
haven't
such
seen
a behavior.
Onision's dick.
I
can't
hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. You haven't. You have not.
I have not seen.
I don't want to
Onision's
talk
dick.
about Onision's dick at all.
I've seen it in his underwears in a hot tub, but not out of the pants. It's just a little poke bolt.
And explain to you the guilt, the condemnation, and the shame that I've been feeling, and I'm trying to process that and work through that recently. But I needed to make a video here to let you know that that's not my friends. We're not homosexuals. We've never gotten together. And this is the danger when you listen to people on the internet who take advantage of a story like this to create a sensational video that gets views and to tear down someone. This group of online stalkers has been viciously attacking me for years. One of the guys has, I think it took 3 years, he created over 400 videos of mine until his YouTube channel was taken, about me, until his YouTube channel was taken down. He said the most ridiculous things. My family's not saved. My mom does Halloween like the majority of people who don't know the Lord. And one year she happened to dress up as a witch, and oh, all of a sudden my mom's a witch and I'm part of a coven. My uncle wears a hat that he got at a thrift store that says CIA, and all of a sudden I'm CIA. This guy is mentally deranged and has been online stalking me with this group of vicious, evil men. I forgive you guys. I'm trying to love you guys as much as I possibly can, but this is the reality.
I want Mario to love me the best he can.
Well, no, let's just take for a moment
Him
here
and
what
all
he
the
said.
godly bros.
He has admitted that he lies to get what he wants out of people. Even if those weren't his friend's dicks, his answer was that he got fake dicks to try and get a girl to show her fucking nudes and shit and do a gangbang. He's a liar, and he admitted to that. And not only is he a liar, he's a liar for the flesh. And he wants to say that this person he's talking about doesn't have the fruit of the spirit. His answer to being called a queer is to say, no, I'm just a deceptive liar. This is fucking
But I'm not
gross.
lying now.
But I'm not lying now, guys.
This is a group of very sick individuals who pounce on any opportunity to destroy me and have been doing it historically
Why would I
for
believe
a long,
this?
long time. But
You
I gave
admitted to
them
being a
ammunition
lying
this
fucking
time.
bitch.
But I'm glad that all of this has been exposed, because this is the best way for me to learn my lesson and repent. I definitely have a broken side of me still that the Lord is ministering and healing to, and that's my sexuality. So
This is the fucking secret of somebody who is in the church and the forgiveness. They use the forgiveness to get away with manipulative bullshit. This is one of my biggest problems with religion. There's many problems, but the way that someone can just wield it over somebody's head under the idea that we all deserve forgiveness because Jesus gives forgiveness, so let me get away with being a fucking predator piece of shit. Let me get away with being a liar that gets fake dick pics to get a girl to show off her body. So basically, he's kind of raping her.
No, he's not raping.
He's lying to a girl to get her to give something up in a very intricate way. He's setting up a way to trap this girl for her fucking nudes, for her flesh, for sex.
People send nudes because they choose to.
And he's choosing to lie to her to get it.
Talk to you guys about something I never shared with you before. You know my testimony, if you go back, I was into the New Age movement. I was a yoga astrology teacher who taught consciousness enlightenment as truth, which is a lie, and you can check that video out if you want to look more into that. But one of the sides of my spiritual pursuit in the New Age that I never really talked about online was I was really into what's called Tantra, which is sex yoga. And I believe that I opened myself up to demonic spirits of...
How often was he saying yoga is evil and he's over here practicing it himself?
Well, no. You weren't paying attention to what he was saying. So he practiced that before he became a Christian and said yoga was satanic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like he was... That's why he has the yoga tattoo on his wrist and all that shit.
Jezebel like never before by doing that. If you don't know what Tantra is, it's basically the art of using sex in order to raise your consciousness. And there's all sorts of techniques and philosophies that go behind it. And so I had gotten really involved in that. So pornography, Tantra, sexual promiscuity, this is my background. I have a very broken sexuality, and I'm praying that the Lord restores it. It's disgusting.
It's broken.
I'm praying. I said, woe is me. Oh, can the Lord only help me?
If anybody's sexuality is disgusting, it's probably mine. But honestly, dude, it almost makes me feel bad for him that he like hates himself to that much degree.
That's
man,
what I was
like,
saying. I don't care
dick.
if he wants to have orgies and gangbangs, whatever.
He wants you to feel bad for him because
it's not disgusting. It's just fun.
It
Take
enables
from
him to
somebody who's done
continue
it
doing
before.
it. He wants you to feel bad for him so he can continue being a repeat offender. At some point in time, you have to take your faith in God and have faith in yourself and just not be a piece of shit. But we excuse this piece of shit because he says, I'm working under the eyes of the Lord. I hope God gives me the grace to stop being a fucking piece of shit.
Shameful. And I'm realizing now that this needs to be restored. I can't bring this further in my life anymore. And I talked about the drugs and alcohol and how that affected me. In this circumstance here, what especially marijuana did to me, and I know it doesn't affect everyone in the same way, but for me, it induced what's called hypersexuality. So when I was high off marijuana or drunk, I would not be able to control myself sexually. You ever notice that some people, you know, they're drunk at the club and they end up sleeping with someone that they would have never in their right mind? Well, that's because they have induced hypersexuality. And this is a problem when you're using drugs and alcohol. And I've been struggling in my walk in being sober for a while, and then...
What?
When somebody does alcohol and fucks somebody, it's because it's induced hypersexuality. No, it's because it's limited your inhibitions. All right? And the shit you wanted to do but tell yourself not to because you want to be a sweet boy or whatever your fucking Lord asks of you, you don't give a fuck anymore because your inhibitions have been fucking drowned out. And now you're out there being a sleazeball faggot bitch boy. I shouldn't have said the faggot word. I'm very mad right now. I'm very, you know what, Creamsicle?
Really, as somebody who is a faggot, I can tell you I'm very offended.
You should be. You should be. Because I just let my inhibitors down from all this water I'm drinking and I said the faggot word. I'm
you know, water lowers your inhibitions, Billy.
It does. He's being a little fucking manipulator piece of shit, and he's gonna get away with it because Christians love to be manipulated. They're all submissive little twats, and the doms in Christianity use the Bible to get over on these little fucking things, and this is exactly what he's doing.
And make them their pay piggies.
Yes, he's doming the little pay piggies.
And falling back into it, and then just picking myself back up and thinking, oh, I've got this figured out, and only to find out later that no, I don't, and I fall back into it. If you've been following my process of restoration, I'm now in a Christian ministry that specifically deals with addicts, and I'm receiving the edification, the preaching, and the advice that I need to overcome these things and restore these things.
And yeah, I will suck Creamsicle off to make up for my homophobia. That's fair.
Okay. Come to Anthrocon and I'll come in you, Billy.
Yeah.
That's gross. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm a homophobe.
Bill, if you don't suck this dick, if you don't let this cream shooter coming down your tummy, then you're a fucking homophobe.
That's disgusting.
2? 4?
Can we settle?
It's gonna be 5.6.
It's gonna be a 4-roper.
Can we settle on like maybe like
9 billion
Ella Grant's penis or something?
240.
Maybe a Blair White penis. Can we settle on
$1,000,000.
that? A trans peen? Can I just have a trans peen? Can we meet halfway here?
Okay, I hear you, and my offer is, I might not be trans, but I am a cross-dresser. Does that count?
I don't think so.
Ella is convincing.
Ella's beautiful. Ella Grant is a gorgeous woman.
Man, I gotta see her. I don't think I've seen her before. Dude, you know who's a fucking gorgeous woman? Fucking have you guys ever seen ContraPoints before? I don't know. I'm pretty sure you guys have.
I don't think ContraPoints is gorgeous, but I would totally date ContraPoints.
No, I think ContraPoints is pretty fucking
I would take
fine,
ContraPoints out for a dinner. I'd be like, hey, let's sit down, have a talk. You can convince me whether or not I'm a homophobe.
Yeah. Same here. I can't even say like any gross, nasty shit because like just the way she carries herself, she seems like such a like proper woman. Like I can't even say like, yeah, I want to do some fucking shit ass. Like no, I just want to like take her out to like a really fancy restaurant, like someplace out in like I don't know, New York City.
Somewhere with like dinner rolls that come out and they got a multitude of breads in the bread tray, not just that one loaf that you get. No cheddar bay biscuits.
And when the dinner rolls come out, they're still fucking warm.
Oh yeah,
like that kind of like high end.
And the butter's not in a packet; it's got its own little tub shaped out like a rosebud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the place I take her to, dude. I deadass. I want it to be so fucking fancy. There's a fucking dress code. Okay.
Ben's on the Vape Nation right now. Everybody's like, is that a hookah? That's the Vape Nation.
Me and her can wear matching dresses. That's how you know we'll be cute as fuck.
I think the only down point of ContraPoints to me is that her voice is not convincing enough.
Honestly, I don't really mind it. To be fair, man.
Yeah, because you have a more eclectic taste. If I'm gonna go with a trans person, I want to be completely fooled until I open up the Christmas present and I got the bow right there popped up. I don't want to know until it's too late. You know what I'm saying?
Billy, we need to break your homophobia, Billy.
It's not homophobic. I just don't think I'm gay at all.
Oh, Quavi, you guys. So here, chilling with my ancestors, and out of nowhere, White Jesus was like, Gazi. I said, what, White Jesus? He was like, you need to help a white boy named Danny. I said, Danny, White Jesus? A trans Neanderthal, Tom 26, a individual named Danny, White Jesus? He said, yes, go on your Twitter. So I went on my Twitter, at Gazi on Twitter.
With that fucking high, my fucking dog just immediately jumped up like I was being fucking attacked. It's okay, puppy.
Why did we become the cream team just now? That's a good point. Ben is stress vaping. He can't handle the cream team. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Are you a member of Pat Patterson's cream team?
I think
Fuck the cream team. I had nothing to do with that.
Ever since I dropped the F word on young TVC Mario, I feel like I have to join the cream team. This is my straight guilt coming into play.
Gazi. And I saw this Flintstone kid named Danny, and Danny said to me, Gazi, why don't you say Black Lives Matter during black on black crime? Huh, Gazi? Huh, Gazi? And I said, Danny, really? You want to try it with me, Flintstone kid? You want to try it with me? So I was like, Danny, sit down. First and foremost, Danny, did you know that black on black crime is actually white people's fault? Yes, because white people created this parasitic capitalist
Did you know that we never take responsibility for our own lives? That's how you survive in a world full of guilt and victimhood.
System that we call the American economy that was actually built off of black people.
I don't know.
Look at his eyes; they're so fucking bloodshot.
Maybe he's high on something. He does seem really peppy, so he might be on something crazy. Who fucking knows? He
fucking hit a lick before he came on the fucking video.
Yeah.
You better run for it, run.
I just noticed that now, dude, because like when he turned his eyes, like you could see every single fucking vein in there. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. How fucking high energy are you? Like, get some fucking Visine for fuck's sake, dude.
Enslaved African people built the American economy, and then when we got free, you didn't give us no jobs and made it extremely hard for us to get into jobs and get hired. Even now in the year 2015, a black person with a college degree and no police record has a harder time getting a job, the same level job as a white person who is a high school dropout with a federal offense, girl. Are you serious? This
Ramsey, does Pat Patterson's cream team really exist? Did you ever see or hear of anyone joining?
How the fuck would we know? All right, let me just cut that shit. What is? I don't even ever heard of the cream team. All right, if you think ICP has any knowledge of the cream team whatsoever, fuck you. I just heard of the cream team right now when it came out of Sean Oliver's mouth.
He's pissed about the question about. I love how this guy who gave this interview decided to ask this question too.
I like how Shaggy Two Dope is not talking. He's just like,
I knew about the cream team.
I know about the cream team.
I was gonna say, I think what's his name? I think Silent Bob. Like, I remember I used to listen to ICP as a kid because I was really fucking itchy.
It's Shaggy Two Dope and Silent Bob.
Violent J.
Oh my god, I'm actually
Silent Bob is Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
Fucking Violent J is fucking. He's a furry. Like, he has his own fucking.
Well, his daughter's a furry, right?
He lost a lot of weight too. He looks different.
He is too.
Well, he has a fursuit. He has a fursuit, but I thought it was to support his daughter.
I don't know, man. I mean, if he's at Anthrocon, like, I'm getting a picture.
I love his reaction. I love his reaction to this. When they tell him what the cream team is or was.
Fuck the cream team, whatever that is. I don't want to even know what it is. Please give no explanation of the cream team. I don't want to walk around with that knowledge in my head, knowing what Pat Patterson's cream team is. Pat Patterson too. What the fuck? Let's just skip that question all around because I'm just gonna pretend I never even heard of the cream team.
Then I won't tell you it was the young kids that put up the ring.
Ah!
That was. God damn, he screams like he got stabbed.
No, I can feel that scream. I've screamed like that a couple times. It's not good.
Yeah. I mean, in the intro, you're screaming like that.
I know exactly what he feels right there.
God damn.
God, what do we... Oh, this crazy guy.
These
when I
puppies are
started
so
seeing this
noisy.
number everywhere, it got kind of nuts. When you start seeing
Holy
this number
shit, it's,
everywhere, it
Patrick
means
Coleman, right?
that your requests for
shaman?
healing have been heard,
Oh,
and that you're working with the Ascended Masters. And I just had enough of suffering
Dude,
and
I
pain
feel
and
like
hurt.
this guy is like one of those gays that Milo talked about that like dates younger guys to like teach them how to
my
take
God.
dick in the ass.
God damn
Like
it.
I feel like he's a gay mentor.
You
know,
teach
He's
them
like a
how to smoke
daddy.
some pole.
To be healed, that I remember choosing to be healed. It got so bad that you have to choose to be healed. It's a choice, and I understood that.
Oh, so that's a choice, huh?
Sometimes people choose to be hurt. They choose hurting over healing. Now, bringing elements of the recovery process, the addiction recovery process into shamanism. You know, some people have never addressed that within themselves, that they might be addicted.
That's what I sound like when I get pounded.
Yeah, that's G-Man.
God, you can hear the balls slapping against his ass.
I don't know what he was doing. I think he was like clapping his hands together for like in reality.
Like, or he was like punching his hand, like
yeah.
Did to their pain, that they might be choosing hurting over healing. So when I started seeing this number everywhere and people were coming to Chicago to see me, that time in my life was just so magical, because making that conscious choice to help other people make their lives wonderful.
That time in my life was so magical.
Yeah.
That's the fucking gayest shit I've ever heard.
That's some like Siegfried and Roy gay level shit right there.
magical.
Helped make my life wonderful, and it was a very
you think Siegfried and Roy were like
A couple.
furries? You think they were, because they always had their animals around.
You know, they never came out and admitted that they were a couple, but it's like apparent to everybody, you know? It's kind of weird.
Magical time.
Did the one die or just get mauled?
He got mauled. He's still alive, I think. He lived for years after he got the injuries anyway. I don't know if he's still alive.
Explainable, the things that happened, you know, all the lessons, all this, the wonderful, wonderful things. When you're working with the Ascended Masters, you're getting.
And now those white lions are on display in a small zoo in Las Vegas. It's called the Secret Garden. It's near the Mirage.
Trying to get me high. The Secret Gardens?
Yeah. It's in Las Vegas at the Mirage.
Are the lions?
I've been to it.
Are they like stuffed?
No, they're real white lions. It's a small zoo.
Oh.
And then they also have dolphins. They like they make you pay out the ass to swim with a dolphin. You can like get in the little pool with them, and they come around and take food from you.
You're getting healed.
I got to pet a stingray once.
Yeah, I pet a stingray at an aquarium.
When I requested healing,
I don't even want to watch Patrick Coleman, man. He's boring the fuck out of me. Fuck this.
I saw a dead whale on the beach one time.
He's like the best gay uncle ever.
Check this out. Check this out.
I'm going to hit some of these mega chats real quick if you'll hold on for a second. Driver
It's
shaft,
Doug.
$2. I have no idea what this means. So I hope this
Look, this is when he had Maddox on. He's like, I have no idea what this means.
doesn't make you crawl into a fetal position and cry, but ask Maddox about Tito and his conviction, please. What does that even mean? Do I need to ask that?
I mean, right now,
yeah, and Maddox is like,
there's this this hate mob that is obsessed with me, that is following me around everywhere because they're losers and don't have anything better to do.
Yeah, I hate you. How do I get in this hate mob?
I like.
All you have.
He said that with a totally fucking straight face. He's like, yeah, I hate Maddox.
I don't agree with his core beliefs at all, but
No.
I like him. I like him.
Yeah.
He's like a super evangelical Christian, but like you fucking made Earthworm Jim. Like
I had people say that we didn't challenge him enough.
Oh man, I didn't.
I couldn't watch I couldn't watch longer than 10 minutes because you guys just let him slide on all that shit. It's like, did you even listen?
Yeah, you went head to head with him.
Yep.
I thought my idea was like, Dick's there. Dick's a funny guy. We should have moved into some comedy stuff.
Yeah.
But that was just where I was trying to go with it. But Doug was like, no, let's double down. Let's be anti-gay marriage, anti-evolution, It's like, holy shit! It just kept coming. Anti-weed. It was like, holy shit! Doug doesn't give a fuck.
What to do is be a total fucking idiot.
That qualifies me already.
So I don't know. I just like last week I got like a tweet or something where someone's saying, "Hey, Maddox, this person who regularly calls into your show is a convicted pedophile." Well, this is coming also from people who believe countless falsehoods about me. So I look at this thing and like, okay, I don't know. Is this true? Is it not? I don't fucking know, to be honest. Right. But out of an abundance of caution, yeah, I'm not going to play voicemails from this person they're alleging is a pedophile. So
probably a good idea. Probably a good idea.
I mean, there you go. Okay, great. And yeah, there's
by the way, I actually know of an alleged pedophile who is like emailing me all the time and buddying up with me.
Yeah, I've gotten voicemails from people claiming to be pedophiles, and like one in particular is a guy who's trying to normalize pedophilia and saying that oh, it's just like this new sexual identification or whatever. And it's like, guy, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to talk about that. That's not something I agree with or believe. So I'm not going to put those on there. So if there's something I know,
there's a point where he starts reading a lot more of them, and it gets really crazy.
Somebody's done something. Yeah, clearly I'm not going to.
Yeah, and I did. I called him out. I go, dude, you're a pedophile, man. Easy.
They're also calling James Gunn a pedophile. So like, you got to take the shit with a grain of salt. Is it true? How much of it is it true?
I don't know.
I don't know. Out of an abundance of caution,
Maddox does not look like autism powers. What are you talking about?
I'll avoid it, but
maybe
he has less hair than autism powers.
They're also coming from shitheads and liars. So
sure. Okay, Thomas Ramiro Macaroni de Agradulce the second Marchetti the third. $5.
Holy shit! He just fucking butchered that.
I don't know what that was.
Maddox went after a guy named Asterios Kokonos. Made him lose his job. Are you for going after people's jobs or being made fun of on the internet?
Yeah, well, none of that is true.
What?
It was Heather S.
Yep,
it was Heather S.
Yeah, it was Heather S, a journalist. It wasn't Maddox pretending to be a woman.
I bet him and Crown T get along very nicely.
It's very misleading the way that it's phrased, and that's because, and I'm not really going to talk about this, but it's something that I have not talked about. So the narrative that's out there is completely theirs and completely bullshit. It's very misleading, and it sounds funny, right? It sounds funny, like. Oh,
I think it sounds pretty funny.
Suck up yourself in a fucking Hoover, Maddox.
You like that?
I think it sounds pretty
real
funny.
guy behind it,
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot that's missing from this narrative.
Here's M Rocky for $2. Patreon.com/
Yeah, this is a plug for this guy who's been harassing me. Like
Asterios. He's paying $2. We might be able to turn it around. Here's Kaya Orson. This is for £10. I like
this is another guy who's been stalking me for years. This guy's been stalking me.
Love you, Doug. Ask Maddox about his lawsuit. You know what? I just think I read all about the lawsuit. It is a giant 3-year soap opera I tried getting caught up on because I have Dick Masterson coming on my show on Monday, and I will treat him like a gentleman the same way that I treat
Doug. Don't be Von Helton. Close your bathroom door, please.
Well, at least the bathroom looks
look at
nice.
It's almost like Von Helton's setup, only clean and nice looking. You notice that? The drawers are closed. The books are stacked nice.
Yeah, we say it's clean and nice looking, and there's a huge disheveled pile of like work back there. But it's like we excuse that.
It still doesn't look like
not at all.
Like a disaster like Von Helton's.
Yeah.
This is very classy looking.
This is Von Hevington.
Maddox, and I'm not getting involved with his fight, but
he lives in Tennessee.
If these guys want to say whatever they're free to say whatever they want to say on my show. I want people to be comfortable in their own skin. Drummer 828, all caps, cuck.
Huh?
Yeah.
Here's
he's a stalker.
That's the extent of their creativity and their
he's a stalker.
Their insults. Like,
you know what he starts saying in a second? he's like, oh, these are all fake accounts and they're just going to charge back. But you can't charge back on Super Chat.
Yeah.
So
we got it.
Let me tell you something.
They're trying to, like, they come on and they think they're being like clever by doing these like little drive-by comments. It's like, guys, you realize that you're stalkers, right? Like, and what you're doing is spam. This is spam, and you're stalkers. Like, you know, I'll talk about this shit one day, maybe not. I don't know. I'll do it at my leisure.
I also don't believe in insulting guests. I think it's being a bad host. So
well, that's what these people do. They stalk, they harass, they slander, they intimidate, they dox. They're terrible people. And
how do you deal with when culture?
Ben, didn't you dox Maddox?
Dox Holiday over here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you dox him when you gave the big list to?
I read a bunch of random words that had no correlation with one another.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh man.
Believes this giant thing, and you still have your audience over here of people that agree with you.
Right.
What's the mindset of getting through that?
Well, you gotta look at who these people are and realize that you shouldn't care about the opinions of idiots. If I remember one time, like, this is my policy when I'm walking down the street and I see
You shouldn't care about the opinions of idiots. Unless their opinions are about you being a cuck, then you should sue them for millions of dollars.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Who's clearly schizophrenic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And they're saying the N-word.
He's clearly saying the N-word. They're calling me names. They're like, you know, they're attacking me. They're insulting me. They're yelling and screaming. Well, I have one of two choices to make. I can engage with that crazy person and then go nowhere with it because it'll just be a yelling match. And guess what? Then it's two crazy people yelling at each other.
I know you're saying they're talking to a guy going like, dude, don't use the N-word. And he's like,
yeah. Or I can just like walk on and live my life and avoid wasting my time with people who aren't worth the energy. Like, I could come out there, like, I genuinely believe that people who have an opinion on somebody they've never met based on facts that they don't have are idiots.
Right.
So if I spend my...
pretty much everybody's a fucking idiot then, because we all formulate opinions on things that we don't have facts for. We make assumptions. And the assumption right now is that Maddox cost Asterios his job and sued multiple people for multiple millions of dollars and cost them a lot of money because the state in which he sued from makes you cover your own ass on legal expenses.
Yeah, in New York, you don't, like, in most states, if you sue somebody and it gets thrown out or you lose, you have to pay the other person's legal expenses. But in New York, people are just liable for their own.
Fuck, that sucks. Yeah, but but you know, that's idiots. They're idiots. These are idiots formulating opinions because they're idiots. They don't know anything about these court records and people losing their jobs and their fucking livelihood.
Let's take a look at this.
Is Richard Dawkins actually an atheist, or is he in fact a pagan who worships Apollyon the Destroyer and who practices witchcraft, which is basically the use of words in a particular way in order to have things happen in accordance with your will?
That's what it is?
First things first.
You use words in a particular way to happen in accordance with your will. That's what witchcraft is. Using words in a particular way.
First,
so preaching?
Albert Pike said that
prayer.
That he said we, and he's a Freemason, shall unleash the atheists. This was the before the Third World War is to come. So he's kind of like made what appears to be a prophecy, because he also predicted, inverted commas, the First World War and Second World War, and they happened exactly as he so-called predicted, but it looks like it was a plan. And in the third part, he says that about Third World War, he says that we shall unleash the atheists. And at this time, and over the past few years, we have had what's been called the atheist phenomenon, with all these people coming out saying that they're atheists, saying they don't believe in anything, but all of them doing exactly the same thing, and that is viciously attacking anyone who is preaching Jesus Christ, doing things.
Oh man, I find it hard to even get through Gorilla too.
I just want to point out that these people, they read a Bible and they believe it as infallible, and then they read a fucking MS Paint printout of some other shit and believe that is infallible. They just believe.
I can't even get through Gorilla. I'm just like, I can't even handle it. Let's do this.
Feminist. Slam poetry. Hissing. Screeching. Squawking. Fuck you to all the men. I am blaming you.
I think we haven't seen this. Hold on. I want to make sure this isn't the one that we already saw. Let's see.
Brave New Voice.
Is this the one on the roof?
Grand Slam.
Nope.
Is that Brittany Venti?
Lewd or immoral. A classification of women as nothing more than dogs in heat. Packs of
It really does
wolves
look like
right
Brittany Venti. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like a
the
less
taking.
busty
Bitch is
Brittany
worse than whore. Rather be over-sexualized than outspoken. He said, I have too many opinions.
This
that
would
my
be
mother
Brittany
forgot to
Venti
teach
if
me
Brittany
young women
Venti
must
didn't
earn the
have
right to
massive
speak them.
tits.
He said, I better soften my skin until the word bitch
Wait,
can
earn
crack
the right
me.
to speak to him. That sounds like some kinky ass shit, dude. Like, maybe he was just trying to get, you know, down and freaky, and you weren't down, man. He wasn't being sexist. He was just being all freaky deaky.
That is sexist now,
thrown
right?
at me when I don't fit in any of the boxes. When I break the rules
Some
of being
chicks
a
are into
lady.
that, man.
When I scare you. When I am not in my
Not all
place.
chicks.
Bitch is a 5-letter slap to put
Not
me
all.
in my place. A
Hashtag not
5-letter
all.
cage to keep me.
I would not be able to sit and watch this like live in that audience.
I
It would just-
could.
I know you.
I
Could.
think I would chuckle too much.
Can find an example to all women. Beware of the bitch. Spread your legs before opening your mouth. Keep ideas to yourself, but your body fresh meat. Call me bitch between the sheets. Men use this word when it is convenient, when it is sexy, when it is skin tight and fitted. Man should not act like a bitch. Bitch is timid. Bitch is weak. Bitch is inherently female. Bitch can be pushed over, held down, domesticated. Bitch is given to women as defense, a weapon we use against our own. Retribution for the wounds it has left us with. I have been called a bitch to destroy any strength I had left.
Oh God! I can't.
Did you destroy any strength?
It's so weird when they start talking
listen.
together.
Man, these bitches got unison on deck. I love it. They're powerful bitches.
We give these 5 letters the power of destruction. An unclipped grenade weighing heavy on our tongues. I have never seen anger leave such a smooth cut. A bitch knows this war cannot be won with more female bloodshed. A bitch knows the power in this word. The damage it can do, the damage it has already done. Does it make me a bitch if I am forceful? If I am strong? If my bark ravages worse than my bite? If I speak before spoken to? I have never been good at keeping my mouth shut. I will not keep my mouth shut. A bitch knows her voice, knows how to howl with a wolf pack in her throat. A bitch is honest. A bitch doesn't follow the rules. Demands
Hear
to
the
know
crowd
who
getting
wrote
all
them.
hyped up.
Rules are weak. Rules are prey. I am alpha female. I am fur on fire. I am roaring tornado, combusting misogynist mountains to dust. Crushed.
Oh my God! I feel dirty.
I don't feel like they're in violation as much as a lot of the feminist slam poeters are.
You miss the screeching.
I miss the screeching. And they're not like they're being self-empowering and they're trying to bring bitch back. It's not as bad.
Can we hear more about Cream's anal escapade?
Because
Ben, do you think you want to give the chat what they want?
I mean, eventually, once we get to it.
Bones and gutted patriarchy carcass. We bleed to survive. You bleed to keep up. And yes, I do kiss my mother with this mouth. Who do you think taught me how to say no? To sharpen my teeth, prepared me for war. I've got binders full of bitches.
Ooh. Ooh. That was cute.
No.
That was so cute.
God, you suck.
It was just cute. They were just feminist and around.
It's just feminine around. I've seen.
Yeah, they were just.
I've seen a lot worse on feminist slam poetry where they're like, I hate men, kill garbage men. They're just like, we're not bitches, but we are bitches because bitches are wolves. We're the wolf pack. This is the Juggalo version. We're all bitches. We're all
Is that their
bitches.
persona, Billy?
No.
All the haters.
Yeah.
Yo, safe please! Let's go find this hater, put a bullet in his fucking head. Oh, you like
this? With the good kind of fairy drama. That's because Jesus Christ is my nigga.
Now this is a story all about how a university named after a small Spanish town could centuries later dominate a basketball, all because a small bass soldier listened to his call.
What the fuck?
It's the Jesuit jam.
What the fuck is this garbage?
This is the Jesuit jam.
Jesuit jam? Is that like Gail's response to Jilly Juice? She's selling Jesuit jam?
In northern Chicago, on the lake, Gentile Arena is where we play most of our games. Come chill out, max and relax, all cool. Come watch the Ramblers beat another school with just a couple of guys who just want to.
Oh, fuck. Are they going to fight these priests?
Where's Brent Spiner? I don't know. Where's Zach Knight?
So come for one little night if you think that you can. Don't even think about not coming to the Jesuit Jam. Look at Rambler B-Ball from 2018. You read about the Final Four. You might even see a bunch of stars on his.
Are they Hufflepuff?
Potter and Grimberty just found the right team. We've got 17,000 Ramblers in our squad on 4 different campuses serving one God. You'll set the world on fire living AMD.
They're all fucking priests.
And it's not to get easy, so God no pain.
I think that the cool thing about this video is there's a small chance this guy was molested growing up in this community. So that's always nice to think about. You know me and fucking cringe rap. I have no mercy for these idiot losers and all the dumb fucking jerkbags that allow this to exist. This is almost as highly produced and involved as the stupid fucking Cheesecake song. Just luckily this guy was slightly more on beat, but equally as fucking embarrassing. Just not as terrible.
All right, let's see.
Did you find the one that...
Is there any more teacher rap?
First ever pro cycling rap 2019. New season is coming soon. This is Astana Pro Team.
Oh God.
No somos solo un equipo, sino una gran familia. I'm Vino. Behind me it's Martino. Hi, ciao, Salem and hola. Our shirts are in the blue color. We are the only team who wear blue.
Wow, this is so bad.
All the other blue teams is better to ignore. Our leaders of the gangs. This is
so bad. I don't know. I don't think European, like white Europeans, got what it takes.
Well, if they did it in their own language, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like this lost in translation bullshit makes it extra terrible. It's Tonka.
Jacob Poodle saying, and we check the undercover champagne bottle. Is Lopez Superman climbing fast as his plan with support of the.
What's the other one?
Oh my God! Look at
They are like a machine. It's a sign of tradition to be in first position. Big ambition on a good condition. I'm doing my business. I'm doing my job. I will rap this song like Snoopy Doggy Dog.
Oh my God!
Snoopy Doggy Dog.
This is impossible.
Snoopy Doggy Dog.
This is impossible. How terrible this is.
It's because they're not even English.
I rap this song like a Snoopy Doggy Dog. I feel like he's
like
in
a
on
Snoopy
it.
Doggy Dog.
Oh my
like God. A Snoopy Doggy Dog, eh?
Do they know how bad they are and this is all on purpose? Because that was perfect how terrible that was. It was too on the nose. The Snoopy Doggy Dog. The Trust Fund Boys.
Like a Snoopy Doggy Dog.
We're about to go play Ghost.
How you say Snoopy Doggy Dog?
We're about to go play Ghosts in the Woods.
Snoopy Doggy Dog, ¿sí? ¿Cómo se dice Snoopy Doggy? ¿Sí?
See, Snoopy Doggy Dog.
Astana Pro Team. When I was young, it was my dream. Big team, big dream. Argon bikes, many likes. From Paris to Roubaix, we will win on pavé. Work in the gym, a lot of minutes and hours. We need to be
God, that was so like real and genuine the way they did that dance.
Yeah.
Hug. That was.
Yeah.
You can tell that wasn't fucking choreographed to the fucking max, and they felt like they were gonna be gay if they hugged any tighter.
It's all
That's
bad.
how you can tell they're a real fucking team.
Oh.
They're like, listen, bro, don't hug me too tight, because I don't fuck with that game.
Gold chain, fancy shoes, never lose. All haters and lovers, brothers and brothers.
This guy has
Please
polio.
remember our team, not from Palestine. We are not from Afghanistan, Pakistan, Uzbekistan.
Who cares?
We are from Kazakhstan.
Oh, they're from Kazakhstan. Okay.
I was gonna say, they sound like they're fucking Estonian or something.
Literal Borats. This is Borap. Estonia.
That's like Borat.
This can't be real.
I think that was real.
The Borat
Billy, I assure you, it is real.
is real.
Trying to download this fucking video. Billy always got me downloading videos after the show was running. Motherfucker.
I tried to tell you about it before. Private show exclusive.
I don't think
Coming to a theater near you.
Let's see.
Borap. Sasha Perone flowing. Stop it. Stop it, chat. You're all sick.
Coming this summer.
Creamsicle.
Blockbuster. Yeah.
Have you ever tried to like do a rap in a fursuit? Have you been a furry rapper? Because there's some of them.
Yeah, I know of them. Like, I know Pepper Coyote. He doesn't really do rap. He does like folk music, if anything, I guess. But no, I don't actually have a fursuit. I'm planning on getting one though.
I'm planning on growing one.
No, I'm planning on buying like a creamsicle partial.
Yeah.
My buddy Russell recommended me a good creator, so I'm gonna hit her up. She did a really nice job on Russell. So like, I'm gonna get Creamsicle's partial suit done and shit.
I'm just gonna try to play it because it's not working.
All right.
See if this works.
This
Anybody can be my nigga, man. To be real, everybody nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? I say my nigga all the time. You know, I be a white dude, black people, you know what I'm saying? Don't matter who it is. I just be like, yo, what's good, my nigga?
The
You know what
video
I'm
not
saying?
coming up?
Everybody, like, nigga, that's just a word.
This is Kyle Polanski.
Word only have as much power as you put to it.
Oh, here's the actual. Okay, like I could only find the audio version at first.
God. That always reminds me of Kyle Polanski because he said when he was younger he used to just toss it around like nobody's business. And I'm like, buddy, me too. Because I had no idea
Anybody
what
can be my nigga, man. To be real, everybody nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? I say my nigga all the time. You know.
Teacher ass kid.
See, it's gonna fucking buffer. Hate you, Billy. Hate you.
Dude, like Eazy-E was talking about how he feels about white people.
Come on.
Can I talk about this? I got a story, Ben.
All right, go ahead.
Please. I remember how Eazy-E, I think it was Eazy-E, they did an interview with him. And he's like, how do you, the interviewer was like, how do you feel about white people saying the N-word? And he's like, well, it all depends on how they come up and say it to me. They're like, hey, Eazy-E, then I'm cool with it. But if they come up to me, Eazy-E, then that's not kosher. I'm like, well.
He said that's not kosher?
No, he said, then something like, then, we're going to have some problems.
That was the 90s.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Hello? Anybody can be my nigga, man. To be real, everybody nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? I say my nigga all the time. You know, I be a white dude, black people, you know what I'm saying?
They went and bought all the do-rags for this.
Yo, what's good, my nigga?
All the
You know what I'm saying?
do-rags.
Everybody, like, nigga, that's just a word, bro. Like, we can't. The word only have as much power as you put to it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tap into a deeper level, you know what I'm saying? Think higher.
Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Let the white kid say nigga. Let Let the white kids say nigga. They probably gon' say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. Let the white kids say nigga. Let the white kids say nigga.
Yeah, what an inclusive song. This is a great song.
God damn.
Oh.
Let the white kids say nigga. Let the white kids say nigga. They probably gon' say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too.
What the fuck? They're flossing. They're flossing.
People
Yeah, I
be
was
so
gonna say.
amazed.
They're like in some apartment complex, you know, the kind that has like the swimming pool inside the cage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, like the rap isn't bad.
They're doing cartwheels.
Like,
Who is that?
little kids.
Is that the next drunken peasant right there?
Yeah.
Holy shit! It's anything for views.
Brown. Skin color don't
That's
matter.
every drunken peasant in history in one guy.
I ain't never been dumb. Either smart or you stupid. You can only pick one. Started out Pangea, then a continental drift.
Started with Pangea, then a continental drift. He's taking it back to where we were all from the same fucking country, same continent, man. He's dropping some science on us right now. How am I supposed to argue with science?
Sides of the equator.
Bill Nye the Science Neighbor.
My brother, my sisters. Don't we all bleed red? Don't we all shit brown? Yeah, you heard what I said.
Don't we all bleed red? Don't we all shit brown? Fuck.
My favorite color green. Can it help me get a bag? Let the white
Look at
kids
this
say
little
nigga.
No!
Let the white kids say nigga.
Why?
Let the white kids say nigga. They probably gon' say it anyway.
Oh.
They already say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. Let the white kids say nigga. 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 They probably gon' say it
Gonna let him
anyway.
jack your
They
brush,
already
though?
say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping.
He's
boo.
like, man, you ain't even got a fade. Get out of here with that bullshit.
What would Martin Luther King say? What would Martin Luther King do?
What would Martin Luther King do?
White women got me feeling like
Martin
a king
Luther
too.
King
Free at
could
last, free at last. Got friends, tell them come through. One white girl, one black. Bust two nuts, 1, 2.
That's math, okay? How can I argue with math? But one white girl, one black girl, have both of them come through. Bust one nut, bust two nuts. I don't remember how it goes. He's just busting nuts.
Can we all get along? What has the world
He's
come to?
moonwalking on the Confederate flag.
We should kick it like kung fu. Why do we fight over coloring? Them are Crips and Republicans. We should focus on some other shit.
That's the title of one of Jesse Ventura's
Yeah,
books.
he's dropping knowledge, man. How am I supposed
Democrats
to?
and Republicans.
How am I supposed to fight this? How am I supposed to say white kids shouldn't say the N-word when this guy's bringing a quality debate up?
Yep.
I don't know how to counteract this.
Like improving the government. You ain't no different from me. Ain't you from Adam and Eve? You can say nigga with me.
Is that like the mom of all these kids or something? Like
I don't know.
Blood of a king. It ain't no hate in my heart. I forgive y'all ancestors. Can't let it tear us
Oh
apart.
my God!
Let the
Did
white
you
kids
see
say
that?
nigga. Let the white kids say nigga. Let the white
Gazi
kids say
Kozo needs to
nigga.
listen to
Let the
this.
white kids say nigga. They probably gon' say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too. Let the white kids say nigga.
Is that Andy Worski?
no.
That's Andy Worski.
It's Andy Worski.
Kids say nigga. Let the white kids say nigga. Let the white kids say nigga. They probably gon' say it anyway. They already say it every day. White girls, I ain't tripping, boo. White man be my nigga too.
Yeah, beat up that flag. This is the worst kicks ever.
Wow.
Yeah. I just want to say that white kids can now say the N-word because of this video.
Wow.
I was completely wrong this entire time.
They now have your permission.
They now have my permission, which they've all been waiting for. They've all been waiting for it, Benjamin. Only the patrons have my permission, though. If you're not paying for this episode, you can't have my permission.
Do I count?
No.
I mean, I'm Hispanic, but
no. Oh, sorry. No, I
that
obviously
sucks for you, Billy, because guess what? I already have an N-word pass because one of my best friends and her boyfriend are both, you know, they're both black people, and they gave me the N-word pass.
Sounds like something a nerdy little twink would say. But
I'm not a femboy.
I'm not a twink, I'm a femboy.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I was obviously joking. Don't say the M-word. It's fucking gross. Anybody says it. And you know why you shouldn't say it? Because it makes me cringe, and it's gross.
You know what? I was wondering, I think I played this song for you before, but I was wondering if you think parts of this might be cringe, too.
Okay.
And the cringe is the thing at the beginning. MC Hammer presents. So this is a music video that a guy from my hometown made. He actually did get produced by MC Hammer.
Yeah. When did this come out?
Probably like 2009 or 10 or something. This is so okay.
Is this the guy from the White Rapper Show?
Yeah, he was on the White Rapper Show. Yeah.
Never heard of that.
He got eliminated on the first. I mean, it was on VH1 back in the day. They had a bunch of white rappers compete. It was
MC Search.
It was a dumb reality show. Oh, from Third Base.
Yeah, I loved watching it, but it was cringe.
Yeah, he was like, "This is cringe. I quit," basically, and got booted off. He was known for wearing a tie, so I guess this is him like changing his persona or whatever.
Oh, he's taking the tie off.
He's balding it.
Yep, he's going bald.
Oh no.
He's not even trying with a fade. Like, what are you doing, dude?
It's a long intro. Okay, the glasses I don't like. They look really, I mean, but I'm not surprised.
I just like how this is his idea of a glow up.
Yeah, he's got Ohio State shirt on now instead. Look at the boarded up houses. Yeah. Yeah, Toledo.
They don't want to see me on top. They don't want to see me just make it guap.
And everyone will be like, "Oh, he's Eminem."
But all white guys from back in the day sounded like Eminem. That vocal inflection was popular.
Yeah, that's true.
He's so edgy.
I went to high school with one of the guys that they just showed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you be talking every time I'm not around. But when I'm in your face, man, you never make a sound. You don't
That big guy shows up to all the DP meetups.
really want me, take them there, put it down. I would pass like some cops, man, I'll put you to the ground. Cause I ain't had no weed or no money in a while. So if you wanna do it, we can do it right now. Keep that shit to yourself. You don't wanna get big. Talking so cheap, go sell that to someone else. You don't wanna get big.
There's nowhere cool to film there, so you go to a fucking junkyard to film.
In a broken down warehouse?
Yeah. There's plenty of those.
He just sounds like Eminem, except not the strong points of Eminem, like the Eminem's doubled up, coupled up lyricism.
Yeah, yeah.
It just sounds like, you know, the sing-songy and then some of the bars, and he tries to be a little edgy, but his edginess isn't even that edgy compared to like how Eminem will just be like a slap a fucking gay, like he'll just be super homophobic and then come out on stage with Elton John. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Don't step up or push the igniter. That's how you get your shoes on the telephone wire.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of those out here.
I used to throw my shoes up on the telephone wire outside of my apartment because it was fun to throw shoes up there when they were old and dirty. It was just fun.
I see.
We just throw our shoes up on
Your
the fucking...
own shoes.
Everybody's shoes. Yeah, we'd take other people's
Everybody's shoes.
Yeah, we'd be like, they'd be like, somebody would be like, throw my shoes up now. It was fun.
His buddy comes up pretty soon, and that's probably the main part I wanted you to see.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Tom Morello when I play, the rage is still in me.
Like Tom Morello when I play, the rage is still in me.
What you need to do is get up out of my face before you turn an argument into a cold case. You can either get 2 fingers or 2 fists, or I can jump off this leash and you can get big. Keep that shit to yourself.
This chorus is fucking corny as fuck.
I wish you'd give me 2 times.
Shows all the shitty intersections.
You ever hang out on the corner of Felt?
No. Facet Street, drop in. Dude, there's these shitty convenience stores everywhere. Look how old that building looks.
Handwritten Western Union ad up on the
Yeah.
Silly trick, you need to quit. Foreheads meet, bats and hats don't fit.
And by the way, people in Toledo try to be edgy by wearing Pittsburgh Steelers stuff. because like I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
This guy. I know so many people like him.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
I know what you mean.
The matches get lit. Shit. Front of town, get them damn drums.
Yeah, look at him. I may have bought drugs from this guy at some point.
I'm related to like 3 of these guys.
Yeah, Nigerian.
Yep. The Peckerwood Nigerian blood runs through my veins.
Guess we just in vivo. Players from Toledo, jumping from the free throw, dunking it on your people. Styles lethal, bitches with my sword.
It's not very good. I don't know. He looks like he's gonna fall over.
This is not cringe rap to me. It's corny, right?
Corn rap.
It's corn rap. Yeah. This is corn.
Don't listen to this rap too long, or it'll come out in your poop.
Yeah, if this rap was popping, we'd have popcorn, but it's not popping. It's just cornball.
Of course, it's corn rap. It's from Ohio.
Yeah, they do grow corn there.
The one girl in this video was at the fucking stupid gas fire. They were outside. They had like some guy's fat girlfriend with them.
Yeah.
Just all these little white weirdo boys.
Look, it's cold. You can see his fucking breath. They probably filmed this in the wintertime. Yeah, look, yay! Look at the fucking boarded up buildings and shit.
Yeah,
this shit's everywhere. You can just drive and find it.
You don't want to get big.
Yeah. It's not quite there.
These look like indie wrestlers. They're just about ready to come and do the fucking job to the Nasty
shit,
Boys.
Dude, he put his phone number in the fucking video.
That's it. AmericanWhite.com.
Yeah.
Good website, dude.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Of course not.
Is he still Destin on Twitter? Because like I'm really gonna follow this guy.
I don't know. He might be.
I can be one of the background hoes in his videos.
I think I might be able to get him to show up to Anthrocon, and I'll fuck him in his ass.
Damn. Fuck Daz
Excuse
it in
you,
his ass.
I think you might be able to pull it off.
When he said you can get 2 fingers or 2 fists, I knew I had to follow this guy.
He'd give you both. He'll start out with 2 fingers and then work up to the fist.
Are you gonna put Desit on your cream team?
Is that just people who are gonna like blow up my asshole with cum?
Your cream team.
That weird bad dragon shit.
You naughty
Excuse
pupper.
you, it's not weird, Ben.
Dude, you don't want to get
fake
cringe.
cum for giant dragon dildos is not weird. Well, I mean, to me it is. I'm sorry.
No, it's pretty fucking fun, actually.
You don't want to get cringe.
Ben, let me tell you, you haven't lived until you've had a hot, sticky cum shot from Spitz the Sea Dragon in your asshole.
You know, I don't think enough people saw this on the post show, so I was going to play it again because it's so great.
Oh?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to bring out an opponent who his opponent did not show up. So I'd like to welcome to the cage.
You haven't lived, Ben.
Worski.
Andy Raceworski.
This is probably the most exciting part of this entire event.
Probably, yeah. Look at those nice empty dinner tables out there.
Saying Andy Worski is making his way to the cage. His opponent.
It is
This is a fucking awesome intro.
Sweetie Squad.
Apparently doing their personalities.
Does he have a belt?
Making a name in the show.
A child's belt.
He does.
Making the most of the experience with the no-show.
You get to see Andy Worski's package.
Here. Personality time.
This was a really good segment, though.
Gentlemen, you may or may not have heard that we were supposed to have a YouTube grudge match tonight. His opponent did not show up for the reasons that are on Facebook. We made a really long post about it.
He made a really long post about it.
So we wanted to give Andy the opportunity to walk out. He came and made weight last night. He's here. He wanted to walk out. He's been training for his fight. I'm going to hand the mic over to him and let him discuss his feelings.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, as you might know.
God damn it, pal. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.
This guy, Tonka Saw, has challenged about 50 people online to fight. It's saying he was a UFC champ, MMA, and I was the
okay, you kind of fucked up there, Andy.
first person to be like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. And he's tried everything in his power to make this match not happen. And I called the bluff, one after another. And you know what, I want to say that I'm not a fighter, but after training for the past 3 months, almost every single day, I respect the fight game. I respect the fighters. I respect the people who come out of here and even get
grade
their
A
ass
pandering.
kicked, 'cause I was willing to come out here and get my ass kicked, Tonka. Where you at? I flew from
Where you at, Dude, he's cutting a wrestling promo.
Yeah. He's got the pandering. He's got the calling out the opponent. But it's
Listen,
supposed to be.
he fucking ran the Andy Worski show and did internet blood sports. If anybody knows how to cut a promo or fucking hype up a crowd, it's got to be Andy Worski.
Not if anybody
Like, he
knows.
knows how to play
it's
to a
not
fucking
hard
audience,
to do.
man.
Yeah, it's not hard to do. He's
Canada.
doing it.
He lives in Alabama, one state away. Low T Tonka. Where are you?
Low T
I
Tonka.
spent every day drinking protein shakes and creatine shakes. This guy was busy drinking soy.
Soy. Oh, how ironic is that?
Soy.
When he said soy, his voice cracked.
Soy.
Soy.
Non-stop. And now he's hidden. Now he's high. He won't show his face. But I gotta say, after all the training, I still want to fight somebody. I am going to fight someone in the upcoming months. We will make it happen. Because I just need to now. I need to. So thank you, Tonka, for making me a better version of myself. Looking better, feeling better,
sweet
and
boy.
showing everyone that you are a punk who won't show up.
Tonka, don't step to a man. Never challenge a man. We got a man right here, Tonka. No T, Tonka. You take that.
Dude, he could be someone's manager.
Yeah.
In wrestling.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
To your grave, buddy.
Tonka Saw is bitch made.
Daddy, no!
Like you said to me, Tonka, the last thing I heard you say before I started training.
Look how small Andy is, though. Like, he's about the same height as the woman next to him, right?
Yeah.
Like a man.
Everyone else is taller than him.
Yeah.
Don't ever step up to a man, but you ain't here. And I've been stepping up. I'm a man, and don't you ever step up to a man.
Dude, that was so... Dude, I've heard that exact same shit on WWE. I'm a man, not you. You're not a man. I'm a man.
Yeah, but that's what makes it great.
Yeah.
This is YouTube that actually got into this stupid little scenario, and they got to come out with the when they walked out the ramp. That was fucking awesome. It was hilarious. They're rolling down with the Tonka Saw head shroud and the damn wheelchair, just mocking the fuck out. It was like DX. It's a Generation X 90s fucking wrestling. And
Maybe if Worski doesn't do well in MMA, maybe he should try to get into pro wrestling instead.
I mean, why do MMA when we can just start booking pro wrestling?
I mean,
YouTube pro.
Is it me?
YouTube pro.
Is it just me, or is Andy Worski?
It's just you.
A cutie.
It's just
I mean,
you.
I literally think you think everybody is kind of a cutie.
Yeah.
So
You said
Billy,
egg
you
tits
should-
earlier.
Billy,
Yeah.
let me dispel that rumor for you right now, Billy.
Yeah.
I don't think you're a cutie.
That's a lie. That's a
That
bold-faced
is
lie.
the truth.
No, it's not.
You shouldn't try to. You're deceiving
You're,
yourself.
no, you're trying to nag me because this is what you use to fuck your little fur girls, your little fur boys. You're trying to nag me. You know exactly what you're doing, and it's not going to work because I'm fucking daddy. I'm fucking daddy, little pupper.
You ain't my fucking daddy.
I'm
okay?
sorry. I could literally be an entire different species than you and still give birth to you. That's how fucking daddy I am. I could be a turkey and shit out your little pupper pussy, okay? That's how fucking daddy I am.
Okay, well, fucking, I'll 1v1 you at the BDSM club I party at, and we'll see who's the real fucking
Thank
daddy.
you so much. And as Andy said, he does want to fight someone, so expect to see him back in the Valor cage, going to fight someone, YouTube or not.
He should not fight like an actual fighter at first.
Well, he called out Baked Alaska.
Yeah, he does that here.
I challenge Baked Alaska. Baked Alaska. Baked at VidCon. Same time around VidCon in July.
I would definitely go to VidCon if that's happening.
I should call out Copper Cab.
Dude, Copper Cab's getting in shape,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Copper Cab is no longer fat from what I see.
He's ripped.
Oh my god.
I should call him out.
Do it.
That's my bud, though. It would all be kayfabe.
I've talked to him before too.
Yeah, I talked to him all the time.
What do you mean it would all be kayfabe?
I mean, I wouldn't really hate him. I'd just start shit with him to fight him.
Well, but don't let the fight be kayfabe.
Of course not. But I mean, I don't really have a problem. I'm trying to think of who I have a problem with.
He would probably have better conditioning than you, though.
Yeah, but I would still fight him.
Well, don't lose. Well, then you got to train.
I'm big though. I'm tall,
dude. You have to train.
I would have to, yeah. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't be able to train. I don't think he's as tall as me. I don't think he's that tall.
If he has, well, I don't know how tall he is and how much he weighs. I mean, obviously that's a factor. But if he has better conditioning than you, then he can last longer. So he can wear you out and beat you eventually. If you don't end it quickly.
If I make him come to me, I don't have to do as much moving. I could still rope-a-dope him by using my gravitational pull. I'm really good at the pivot
in an
and turn.
MMA match, and a lot of them leg kicks are legal too.
Well, yeah, but if he comes at me with a leg kick, I can hook his leg. I have a good reach.
Okay.
I can mount, hook and mount.
Okay.
It's been a while since I trained, but I could get back into it.
Sounds pretty daddy of you, Billy. Hook and mount.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That was so crazy when Copper Cab tried to do the like trans angle.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
I was like, at that time, he was DMing me a bunch of his raps. And I think it was just after the trans thing kind of stopped or something. And I don't. The raps had lines in it that were like very ambiguously like delivering the fact that he was actually transitioning and stuff. It was like, I was listening, I was like, is he actually transitioning? Because these songs were like loosely written from somebody who's trying to transition.
It was a ridiculous troll.
It was very smart to add that in the lyrics, or he might be latently actually like gay and transitioning and not comfortable in his skin. It was weird. I was listening to it, I was like, are these little hints? Could this be fucking real?
Wow. So we've put in a 3-hour show here.
3 hours.
I've run out of all the videos and shit. The only other thing I could think to do is,
should we do a Q&A sesh with the
we could play maybe we could play some Zeeple Dome or something.
Dude, I would love a Q&A session after that, if you want to play some fucking You Don't Know Jack, like I'm fucking down.
All right.
Seems like everybody wants to know about my pupper puzz.
No. Not everyone.
We're limited to only the Q&A questions, so if people want to start doing
Yeah, I don't have the snazzy intro queued up.
Yeah, we don't need it queued up. People just need to start doing the Q&A questions in the chat if they care.
Yeah.
If not,
or Streamlabs if you want to get close to that goal.
Oh yeah, I mean it's pretty good. We've
damn it, security monitor lizard.
Jesus.
See, Ben, I told you. You need to learn how to give the people what they want, Benny boy.
Go ahead.
I saw your eyebrows wiggle as I said that, Billy.
Yeah.
Billy, I'm curious. Have you ever been to a BDSM dungeon before?
Billy?
No, I haven't been to... Well, okay, hold on. I haven't actively went to a BDSM dungeon, but I've been to BDSM parties and shit, but I don't go to them for, like, me. I just go to them because it's in the circle of people I fuck with in Seattle because I'm young Bill Fridge. So I've been to them. Like, I wouldn't say...
gotcha.
I wouldn't say dungeons, but they're like, you know, BDSM get-togethers.
Yeah. Where it's not like a specific place that is known as the dungeon. It's more just like somebody's pad that they fucking kink out or some shit.
No, it's not a pad. It was like they rent venues and turn them into.
Oh
things.
yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I party at like a dedicated BSM dungeon. They have parties
some
like
questions.
Yeah, I don't.
Billy.
I don't go to them. Billy, what's the closest you got to being with a guy? I don't think I've ever been close to being with a guy as an adult.
Oh God!
Like, I don't think being a 12-year-old kid and experimenting is the same. Is it? Is that
no?
gay?
I would say no. I would say when you're just kind of sticking your toe in the water a little bit, then no.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
As an adult,
I
tell
feel
me
like
your
dipping your toe
12-year-old
in the
story.
pool is different.
I don't care to tell the 12-year-old story much, but
I mean, why tell any of it then?
well, because it was like just like I didn't know what masturbating was until my friend was masturbating in front of me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you sucked his dick?
No.
Oh.
He sucked
Oh.
No, it's
Billy's like, I don't suck dick.
You're like, oh, that's jacking off, and then you're like doing a jerk off thing. You know, you're a little fucking kid. You don't know. You don't know shit. Anyways.
Damn, fuck, Mary, kill Gail, Dorn, and Christian. Oh, dude. Obviously, I'm marrying Gail because she has the Church of Gail. So that, listen, like, I got to get on her marriage list. I'm killing Christian, and I'm gonna fuck Dorn.
Yeah, I think I might switch Gale and Dorn there, but Christian definitely has to die.
You would marry Dorn?
I don't know. I don't feel like I can put up with Gale I feel like Dorn would bring me food. She's
You don't
always
think Gale would be a freak?
Yeah, that's why I fuck her. But I feel like Dorn would always bring me food. She's always bringing Brett food. That's a plus.
baby. I got you some chicken strips, Billy.
Thank you, Dorn.
That's actually how it works with me and my girlfriend. Like, every time I wake up in the morning, she's like, I made you coffee. I'm like, man, you're the fucking best.
I'll be
She brings
outside
me
on the
chill-
trailer porch to smoke a cigarette with you later.
How'd you like that?
I would like that very much,
She brings me chili with no cheese.
It's not my fault. I'd rather have a Brett Queen than a fucking Church of Gale fail. I'd still bang Gale. I'm murdering Christian. It's easy.
Listen, you're telling me you wouldn't marry the play girl of the century?
No, marrying a playgirl over a girl who cooks and fucking takes care of you is a bad move, no matter who it is. Right? If you could just fuck the playmate, because the playmates are high maintenance, dude. Gail's high maintenance. She had 19 fucking dudes, and she's not even happy. She's got 19 celebrity motherfuckers.
How about this? Marry, fuck, kill. Von Helton, Macho Man, Tranny Savage, or Chris Chan.
Okay, I'm fucking. Oh God.
I'm fucking Tranny Savage. I'm marrying. Who's the first one?
Von Helton.
Oh God, no! Who was the last one?
Chris Chan. Yeah, is that a hard one?
I feel like I'm fucking Macho Man.
Oh my God!
I don't know though, because I can't marry.
They're all biologically men.
Yeah, but I can't marry that anger problem, right?
Dude, Macho Man Tranny Savage is probably the toughest one out of all three of them.
Yeah, I feel like I'm marrying Von Helton and killing Christian.
You're always killing Christian.
I don't think I can put up with Christian.
Listen, if you wanna fuck, listen, Ben. As somebody who's worked in a tattoo shop for like 16 years, I'm not fucking a failed piercing hole. Okay, that's just not happening. I've seen firsthand what they look like. No, never.
Oh
no, never.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Chris Chan's having a meltdown lately on Twitter.
Really?
Oh yeah, Christian's losing it.
You think if I send her pictures of my pussy, it might cheer her up?
Maybe.
Your pupper puss?
Yeah, my pupper.
Who knows?
My puppy
Fuck, marry,
playing
kill, pimp monk, Brett Von Helton. I'm marrying pimp
I'm
monk.
obviously gonna marry Pimp
I'm
Monk.
fucking
'cause
Brett
he's
and I'm
just-
killing
he's just
Von
a big
Helton.
old-
Of course.
He's just a big old.
I don't even know. I'm kind of offended you put Pimp Monk in with Brett and Von Helton.
Yeah, that's weird.
I think he'd be too. He'd be like, "What are you doing? Put me in with them losers."
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Right in there. Damn it. Yeah, only thing wrong with me is I got punched in the throat.
Yeah. You know who I wish was on this private show?
Who's that?
Jeff Holiday.
Jeff Holiday. He's a sweet
I wouldn't
boy.
have to sexually harass either one of you if Jeff Holiday.
Did you
was
see the
here.
video of Jeff Holiday calling the escort service in Las Vegas?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god! You know what? I should probably play that. I should grab that and play that really quick.
I remember me and my girlfriend watched all his videos about Jilly Juice, and now me and my girlfriend just all the time quote at each other, "You gotta dig the frickin' poop out of your ass."
Digging a poop out my buns, son.
Let's see if I can find it. It's going so slow.
What if God was one of us? Just a clod like all of us. A stranger on a bus. Trying to find his way home. Q&A fuck, marry, kill, Onision, Joe, Jim ass. That's not a good one.
All right.
Wallace for the fourth square. Wouldn't that be perfect? I don't like Wallace. I never bring it up to Ben when there's a fourth square because I don't want him there.
Thanks, guys, for tipping him off.
Can I fart in your belly button? No. Scream on a Lizard, I'm going to go as far as to say you can't fart in my belly button ever, so you can stop asking. Why is Zero Fighter asking the Pimp Monk Brett Von Helton question again? Yeah, you deleted your shit. You caught yourself.
418.
All right. So, before this happened, Jeff had already called this once before. Only once. And it was like an hour apart. And he had called a different number. In Las Vegas, in case you don't know, they pass out these little nudie cards with naked women on them with a phone number and being like, girls direct to your room type shit. And Jeff had called before and asked for a transgendered escort. And the lady was like, no, don't call in about that. That, you know, like, whatever, blah, bye, and hung up on him. So then an hour later, Jeff called him, and this is what happened. And this was posted on Adam, Your Movie Sucks, Adam's Twitter, because he was there, too.
He's a good boy taking good videos.
1884.
You have it on speakerphone,
Jeff, your
babe.
speaker's over there. Your speaker.
I know.
Look over there.
Everybody shut the fuck up so they don't hear you, right?
He's such a professional.
Hi, can I help you?
He looks like a sinister minister.
Listen, it turns so quickly into, like, the craziest shit. Here we go.
So I am interested in possibly getting an escort, but I kind of have specific tastes that I'm looking for. I was
Oh,
wondering.
you're looking for a chick with a dick? Yeah, I've had enough of you calling, so give it a break.
Wait.
All the numbers come back to the same place, and I'm sick of hearing your faggot ass voice, okay?
Damn.
I wonder if they tag like a call list when somebody calls to prank. They tag it as like prank.
I don't
And
know.
then so whenever it comes up again, they're like, "Oh yeah, you know, chick." They tag it chick with dick because it'd be easy to put that data into the call center, just so you're not dealing with this shit all the time.
Yeah.
Wait, does this all go to the same number?
Didn't I just say that? Wow, a faggot and a dummy.
Holy shit!
Wow, a faggot and a dummy.
Yeah.
A dummy. Who uses that? It's like a second grade insult.
Wait, but then why do you guys have different numbers if it's going all to the same place?
guys, okay?
Ooh. I like how there's the dude with the hat back there who's obviously Jeff Holiday's roadie. He's laughing at him. This is Jeff Holiday.
Wow,
on
you
Warped
sound
Tour.
like a cunt.
Ooh.
The memory came in.
Memory's like, don't do that to my man.
And you guys are making prank calls as adults.
It's not a prank! Look, I'm not pranking. Like, if you literally had a transsexual prostitute right
He says prostitute, and you don't say that to them because
Yeah.
they're not supposed to use that word.
now, and we're willing to, like, send them...
Prostitutes or transsexuals, so please stop calling. Get a life.
We don't have prostitutes or transsexuals.
Oh, I don't believe one of those things.
Which number should we stop calling?
Hey, you know what? That was some pretty good burns.
Oh my god! That was legendary.
She's a fucking terrible person, dude.
She acted like you called a bunch of times.
Yeah, like that was the second time. I only called once. And it was a different number. Yeah. It was the same lady.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
They wanted to like play board games with the transgender escort.
That'd be kind of cool. Honestly, I've always thought about just going to like a strip club and not even be like, yeah, baby, let me feel up your ass. Be like, hey, how did you put your outfit together? Was that like your choice, or did the owner make you put that on? Do you have any tips on like throwing an outfit together? What kind of colors do you think go the best? So I could just be like, and they'd be like, oh my god, a gay man at a strip club? And I'm like, oh, I'm not gay, honey. I still bought that lap dance.
I'm not gay. I just do literally everything with anyone.
No, I'm a bisexual.
Well, we could say that.
We can say that.
We can say that all you want.
No,
we know the truth.
I'm bi.
We know the truth.
I'm a bi boy.
Nobody
bi.
bisexual wants to fuck egg tits.
I didn't say I want to fuck her. I just said I wanted to see her nipples get twisted.
See, that's not a bisexual thing. That's some sort of sadist level of.
Well,
crazy.
yeah. I just said I partied at like BDSM dungeons and dress up like a fucking dog. Like,
Are you pan?
No, I'm a
You're
bisexual.
straight up bi.
Yeah, just straight up bi.
What is this? Is this
Hello,
Chris
everybody.
Pan?
Christian Chandler coming to you live from home once again in the utility room. And
There's always a bunch of junk stacked up in the background, no matter what room Chris Chan is in.
You know you're not going to make a good trans when the best trans version of yourself can be like librarian trans.
this time I got a whopper of a speech for everybody that needs to be well heard and listened. And I did put it on Twitter. I'm going to read it. It came from
Ben.
Heart.
What?
Ben.
What?
Please.
What?
Please. I need that fucking soundboard after this episode is over, please. I need it.
2, maybe 4.
I hate
Don't believe the
that
5.6
on so much.
1776.
2017. 240. 1978. 2004. 2,300. $1.3 trillion. $9 billion. $240 million.
Mind.
9 billion.
My mind, my heart, my soul. And you think I could just remember it all from just having written it once? What planet are you living on?
Are you flipping your hair like that?
Oh.
You fucking fat, ugly.
Hello,
piece of shit?
everyone.
Don't flip your hair.
I've just talked about
We
the
found
war
somebody
rebels
that
and
Creamsicle's
haters
not
in
attracted to, though.
C197.
You look
I'm
like
gonna
the
share
fucking
the
Kentucky
statement
Trailer Park's
with the
finest, and you're
rebels
flipping
and
your hair
haters
like you're on a
here in this
goddamn
world and
Sports
dimension.
Illustrated cover.
For those
Fuck
who
out
don't
of here.
know, this
This pupper's
war's between
catty.
the CPU's console patron units, deities, heroes,
Console patron
super-
units.
Very catty.
Oh my god. All right, I can't even do this. I thought maybe we'd watch Chris Chan. I just can't do it. I think it's about I don't know, like I don't know. I think we're good. I think it's time to wrap up the show.
As we wrap up, I just want to thank Creamsicle for being a guest tonight and not going so far into the cream team.
Are you sure? Are you sure I didn't do that, Billy?
I feel like we could have been a lot worse tonight. I think you were I think you were a gentleman.
I'm a gentle pupper.
Okay, maybe we went too far.
You remind me of like George Lucas. Like, I think maybe we went too far in a couple areas.
Nah. Creamsicle.
No, thank you, Billy. I appreciate it.
A good conversation. I talked with you till what, 5 a.m. the other day, and on the DP Discord.
Like 7 my time.
Yeah, 7 your time, 4 a.m. my time. I tried
4?
I think it was 4 a.m. I'm West Coast.
2, maybe 4?
4? Maybe 4? Yeah.
2?
Cream team goes 4.
9 billion. $240 million.
So, quick shout out to any of you who are watching right now. If you haven't downloaded the Brave app, please do that. The Brave browser.
It's a brave new world.
What the hell is that? Oh yeah, I think I've. No wait, what? No, I haven't. Oh fuck. I'm sorry, I'm fucking retarded. Holy shit!
I just posted the Trump soundboard in the chat. All right,
thank
guys.
God.
Thanks for supporting the show. Thanks for helping keep the show going.
We'll be back again tomorrow.
Yep,
for
and
the bonus show.
check out Vimeo soon for the movie review with Speedy.
Oh my gosh, that was ridiculous.
Man. Speaking of Speedy, I hate to interrupt the show, but I heard your dad came out fine. So good for you, Speedy. I'm glad your dad came out all right.
Yeah. Now he just needs to fix his erectile dysfunction.
Luckily, we got
we have a new sponsor. We have a new sponsor that's like a mega boner pill.
Chewable boner pills.
Yeah, they're chewable boner pills.
They're like the Flintstone vitamins of erections.
You get your first dosage free. All you have to do is pay the shipping. $5 shipping.
We're excited about this because
we want people to take it and send Billy pictures of their raging boners.
No, like we did the one thing where it was like public boners, right? And now you can make your own, do it at home, awkward public boners.
Yeah. Oh, you could go out, you could take it and wear like sweatpants.
Yeah.
And go out in public and like have someone take pictures of you walking around with like a big tent that you're pitching.
Yeah. We could get Dusty's owner to go around farting with boners in Walmart. How is it not a smart idea?
Oh man, what was I gonna say? Fucking.
They don't see the soundboard, do they?
I'll take some of those pills when I go to Anthrocon. Actually, I'm trying to find those, and I'm trying to find poppers. I've never like bought poppers in my life, but with the amount of hardcore gay sex I'm gonna be having.
No! All right, good night, everybody.
It's okay. I'll have straight sex too. Yeah, good night, everybody. Thank you for supporting Drunken Peasants.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.